Some guy, oh dude, some guy just messaged me and he said, nice aimbot. That's what it was. I thought it was an invite from you. It was a guy messaging me saying, nice aimbot. I'm like, bitch, I don't have a fucking aimbot. In fact, my fingers was sweaty that match, so that was my shitty aim. It's funny because we were just talking about fucking scuff controllers and shit. Dude comments,
Dude,
nice aimbot.
I'm not excited for PS5 controller. Like, it's gonna be a big step up from PS4s.
Yeah. Same.
Cause like the size, like I think the size is gonna make all the difference. Like it's just gonna be like much easier to hold.
Is Xbox size changing?
No, the Xbox controller is like almost the same, just with like different texture and like different like build materials.
I see.
And the D-pad's like a little bit different. Like it's like more accurate because it's like multi-plated. Like it has like things in between the 4 D-pads, so it's like a 8-sided almost.
Damn, that guy shot me through a fucking wall.
But yeah, I mean I didn't really have any complaints about the Xbox controller other than it taking AA batteries, but you could always get the rechargeable thing.
Yeah.
And it charges with the USB-C now. And so does the PS5. That's gonna be nice.
Where the hell are you? Killed him. Oh man, I missed this fucking game when everyone played it.
I mean, there's still a lot of people playing it, apparently.
I'm surprised, honestly, but at the same time, it's better than a lot of the new fucking CODs, so.
Yeah, it's...
Like all those futuristic ones that try to copy this shit.
No, none of them were as good as this. I don't know why.
I don't know why they changed the jump. That was like the best part of this game.
Yeah, no, that was the best part of this game was the movement, the slide, the jump. It was like...
And they tried to
change it. They introduced a new tactic to it, and then once they slowed it down, it was like, well, now it's just stupid. You know? Because once it's slowed down, like it's... Yeah. What is the point of having the movement? Like, boots on ground is more efficient than whatever that slow double jump was.
Yeah, I know, because you're just like floating and it's easier to shoot dudes.
Yeah, you're an easier target when you're floating like that.
Like, I will say like the wall running was cool, but the issue was the maps were shit, so there was no point for the wall running.
This game is lagging like crazy.
It's lagging for you?
Yeah, like people are like, I don't know if it's just this one dude, but he's like flying, like teleporting around on my screen.
Mine's, I don't have any signals, and I'm even streaming too.
Yeah, I don't have any signals either.
I think it might just be that guy. I'm not really running in the middle of everyone though, so I'm not really sure what it is.
Yeah, this one dude's just like fucking vibing everywhere, dude.
Oh shit! God damn, you bitch. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where these guys are.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like their team's like smaller than it normally is. I haven't seen a damn soul.
Got one.
Besides this lag fest, homie.
They're spawning everywhere is the issue. Like, literally, they're not like in one spot. So I keep getting jumped from behind almost. Heard somebody. What the fuck?
That dude's dead, bro.
He died? Oh yeah, I remember that. I told you that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Postman, he gone, man.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder what he died from. Probably smoking too much meth, bro.
Dude, that was a heroin looking fool, bro.
Oh, he was tweaking in the video, so I'm not surprised. Or he had fucking 2 lazy eyes. I'm not really sure, but maybe both.
Yeah, I don't know. He was fucking gassed, bro.
Is that a dude on the ground? No.
Man, I don't fucking know, man. That was over there kind of looking quick, man.
We got 1 viewer.
Is it you?
No, so I don't know who it is. I mean, I think we do at least, yeah.
Fuck, man.
Alright.
I just got a full, but then his buddy was like right over there too.
Buddy.
Ooh.
You bitch.
Teammate was camping and got that guy.
Alright. Let's do this.
Man, that guy got fucking smoked.
Smoke. Where the fuck are y'all?
Man, fuck all y'all. All y'all go suck a caterpillar dick.
All these dudes are hiding. Yeah, pardon that. That was some bullshit if I've ever seen it. We're still winning.
Yo,
though.
every time I heard that video, that caterpillar dick video, I thought he like literally meant like a caterpillar's dick, bro. But nah, he's talking about those like lumpy looking ones, dude.
What?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Those ones that like look like caterpillars, dude. They have like.
Are you fucking
like,
kidding? Ew.
No, dude, I'm not even kidding.
Shut
dude.
up,
they get
bro.
like skinnier and like
gay.
it's fucking weird, dude.
What the hell, bro? You're fucking. How'd you find this out? You doing some quality research over there?
Nah, dude, I was literally talking about it, and I was like, my girlfriend was like, "Do you even know what that is?" And I was like, nah,
this is gonna be
mean?
permanently on the stream now. What were you fucking saying, dumbass?
I already told you, dude. I'm not gonna repeat it.
You're fucking gay. I didn't even hear what you said, like, most of the time. All I heard was my girlfriend, and I started talking.
Oh, yeah, she was, like, just asking me, like, if I knew what that was, and I was like...
The meme?
Yeah, no, like, I knew what the meme was, but I was talking about that, and she's like, well, do you know what that means? And I was like, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure he's just talking about a caterpillar dick, but...
Yo, that's fucking nasty. Pretty sure he's talking about a caterpillar penis. How the fuck, bro? I don't know what the fuck that means. That's like some Teddy Penland type shit right there.
Yeah, dude, it's like some Urban Dictionary shit. Yeah, it's like it gets like it's like skinny, and then it gets like there's like this like little round bulge in the middle, and then it gets skinny.
What?
And then, like, yeah,
that sounds
dude,
like a fucking disease.
Yeah, dude.
Sounds like a tumor.
It does. It does.
It's got some tumor dick.
Yeah.
Oh. Code action.
Supply drop. Yo, how come the supply drops in this game were like you get them so much quicker and you don't have to remember in BO3 when you had to like buy the supply drops?
Yeah, I think. Keys or something? You had to use keys or something?
Yeah.
I fucking hated that bullshit.
Elite.
Tomorrow's election day, dog.
Yeah, sir.
Tomorrow, yeah, tomorrow, shit.
So we find out
Yep.
Tonight
or tomorrow night or Wednesday morning. Pretty much both. It's like it goes all night. At least pretty damn late. So, yeah, pretty much tomorrow night, dog. Got some Joe Biden action. Got some amnesia action. Damn. Joe Biden's gonna forget he was running for president. I was watching this video, and he fucking said in the middle of his fucking tour, like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, he's like, I'm running for United States Senate.
What?
He thought he was running for the Senate still 40 fucking years ago.
Yeah.
Poor guy, man.
He is old. They're both old as fuck.
It's just a fucking dumb guy, though. But the strange thing is, he wasn't like that, like, even, like, 3 or 4 years ago, so it just hit him. I mean, he was always kind of, you know, dumb, but he could fucking talk, fine. Not no mo. Like how they always fucking have to have more guys on their fucking team than us.
Nah, we just got another dude.
Alright, finally.
Join late.
camp. I'm using a burst gun.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm using that.
What are you using?
What is it? ARX?
Oh, I think that's the shitty one, isn't that like that shitty shotgun looking one?
No. It's like the IMR, but it doesn't look as fancy. It's burst. It's like a rifle. I think it shoots faster than the IMR, but I don't know if it does as much damage. So it's like.
Nah, dude, the IMR's a beast. I might use that when I get killed.
Well, that shoots like 4 fucking bullets at the same fucking time or some shit.
Yeah,
and
that's insane.
Print them bullets. God damn it. I remember I dropped a nuke on this map. Like one of the last times I played.
Dude, mine's lagging like a bitch, dude. These dudes are like fucking...
I've only seen like
just,
this...
like, floating.
How many dudes? I've seen 2 or 3 dudes. Not really sure where they're going. Oh, there's one dude just chilling in the back there. He did.
Yo, remember when you're like, dude, it looked like you were fucking blowing in the wind.
Yeah.
We were just like sitting on the wall, and I'm like, bro, it's
that was
Halloween.
2 years ago, right?
Candy. Yeah, something, 2 or 3, yeah.
That's crazy.
We were just like sitting on the wall by fucking Walgreens, and I'm like, yo, let's go get some free candy instead of going to Walgreens.
Why not?
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure we did get candy at Walgreens anyway,
which was...
but...
I don't know why we would have done that.
But still, we got more candy for free, so...
Yeah, true. Fucking old lady wanted you to dance, bro.
Yeah, she's like, sing a song! And I was like, trick or treat, smell my foot. Yeah, and I was like, moving around in the wind, bro.
Yeah, dog. Don't ever fucking dance again, Holmes.
That shit was hilarious, though. Dude, I wonder what she was thinking, like, as that was happening.
She's probably thinking I want to go back inside.
Yeah, she's probably like, I'm just gonna give them candy so they fucking leave.
Yeah. Fucking creepy ass niggas over here. Well, only this one that's fucking swaying in the wind or some shit.
Dude, yeah, but you had a fucking costume on, bro.
Fuck, no I didn't.
You didn't?
No, dog.
I'm just kidding, bro.
Probably had a fucking naturally... What are those called? One of them fat suits.
Yeah, you had
or
one of those,
suit.
fuck, what's... You had the Chi-Chis in.
Chi-Chis?
Yeah, dude, you had the frickin' training bra on.
Yeah, I got them titties. The man boobs. What are they called? Moobs.
Yeah, moobs.
Dude. Whenever I think of that, it always makes me think of Eric. And how he
Dude,
lost
it
like
always
80
makes me
pounds.
think of Hyro, dude.
Hyro! That's my nigga. I haven't seen him in like a year or 2. More than that, fuck.
Those were the original Chi-Chis, bro.
Dude, he had Chi-Chis since 3rd grade. Before that, he came out with them Chi-Chis and he still got them. He never lost them. Maybe he's ripped now, I don't know.
Nah, there's no fucking way.
Imagine he is. A ripped ass Mexican kid now. He's still short though. That kid was shorter than me. He was like 3 or 4 inches shorter than me, dude. He was really fucking short.
Yeah, that kid was short as fuck.
He must have been 5'3". With the fucking shoes.
Yeah, and that kid always wore like basketball shoes and shit too.
And hoodie. He wore the same gray hoodie.
Dude, he smelled like fucking crumpets, bro. Actually, I use crumpet shampoo.
That kid was a freak. That kid was a nasty freak. I'm not even
Bro,
trying to be mean,
the fact that you said that you use
weirdo.
crumpet shampoo makes me not even think you know what shampoo is, dude. There's no such thing as a crumpet shampoo.
Was he serious? Because I don't remember him laughing.
No, he wasn't laughing. Or, yeah, he wasn't laughing, dude. He was being mad serious, and I was like...
What was...
Well, obviously you don't know what shampoo is, because they don't make that fragrance, you know?
He made it himself at his fucking house, dog. That's why he smelled like shit.
Yeah,
what was up with that? Was that like...
I don't know, dude. I guess
was it a shit smell? Like, was it actually shit? Or was it like he just smelled bad? I feel like it smelled like actual poop.
He had BO, but he probably also had dingleberries in his eye.
I like how he said that so fucking calm. He's like, bad BO, but probably had some dingleberries. Like, oh my god.
Bro, he definitely didn't wipe.
Bro, but he didn't wear like the same shit every day, so it made me wonder, like...
Yeah, dude, he probably just didn't do laundry either.
Yo, bro, but I remember I didn't go in his house, but I went to his house with Court, and he had a nice-ass house, man. So it's not like he was like...
Yeah, and tell me
he did it by
why,
choice.
Tell me why we would wear the same pair of black jeans every day and not smell like fucking...
Dude, we smelled like fucking... Those fucking fragrance models compared to that fucker. I'm telling you. That kid smelled like straight shit.
Like deodorant or some shit, dude. I don't know.
No,
he didn't
man.
use body wash.
Dog, it's more than that, bro. It's coming from his pores, bro. Dude, he didn't wipe his ass. That's what it is. Like, for 15 years.
Yeah, dude.
That was straight dried shit.
That dick cheese killer, bro.
Dick cheese. Dude, that kid was fucking made out of dick cheese. What are you talking about?
Dude, if anything, that kid smelled like straight trout, bro.
Man, wonder if that kid still smells to this day.
Dude, I don't know. Maybe he fucking learned what soap was.
That's so fucked up. Oh, that's fucked.
He found wet wipes.
Dude, he needed some wet wipes, but the thing is, that shit probably accumulated for like 15 years. It just dried fucking...
Dude. And once he started like growing hair in his ass crack, too,
dude.
Like, just...
I think he grew hair early. I think that was the problem.
Yeah.
Because that shit was in there, bro, since he was a child.
Yeah, dude, it's just like a solid like block, dude. I don't even know how he shits.
But you know what makes me wonder? Like, I know he was at home. I know he had friends. So like, did none of them fucking say, dude, you smell like shit? Like, come on. He always used to hang out with fucking Court and Eric, but didn't he hang out with George?
George Lecce?
Yeah, fucking Milk.
I don't think so, dude. I'm pretty sure George hung out with Quincy, and then they like broke up.
They broke up. Honestly, that's what it was like, wasn't it?
Dude, Quincy was like the nicest kid. He would always smile and shit, but then as soon as him and George stopped being friends, dude, he would literally sit there and look like a fucking psychopath, bro.
Dude, I don't know what happened to that kid. He went through like some change, bro.
Yeah, dude, he looked like he wanted to like fucking shank us.
He was like not even like joking. He was pretty fucking nice. Like he was good. Like he seemed like a good kid.
Dude, remember when he used to hang out with George? Like he used to like actually smile. Like I would see him smile.
Yeah.
Like, pretty often actually. And he was a lot more talkative and shit.
Yeah, and I remember at recess, bro, he was like more antisocial than us. He would like, he wouldn't say shit, and he'd sit there. He would literally
sit on the blacktop and just like, he wouldn't even look at anybody, dude. He would just stare at the ground, bro.
I wonder if he's still like that.
I don't know, man.
If he's even fucking alive, bro, because that like...
Dude, I remember this one time.
Yeah.
Was it with you? Did we hang out with Quincy?
I mean, tell me what we did. I wouldn't remember.
I think it was me and AJ. We hung out with Quincy once. We were like riding our bikes.
Okay,
we went to Leewood Park. And we were like riding bikes, and then we went on like that little like just like the little dirt trail part. Like it wasn't like a serious mountain bike trail or anything, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
right?
I remember. I remember that area.
And we were like up there, and like Quincy was behind us, and we like go around the loop, and like he's coming around the loop, but then all of a sudden he's just not behind us anymore. And we're like calling his name, bro. We're calling his name. We're like, "Yo, Quincy, you good? Where you at?" Because he was like struggling in the beginning. He kept like hitting shit, and like apparently he like fell off or something. And we were just like chilling, and we're like, alright, well, we'll wait for him. And we waited for him, but he never showed up, and he had just like stopped talking to us. And then we like waited by the exit to like see if he would ever come out. And we waited there for like, I shit you not, like 20 minutes. And he just never came back, so we're like, alright, he must have just like dipped and went home. So we like rolled past his house, and like his mom was like screaming at us, like, what did you do? Like, he fell off and he was trying to ask for help. And I was like, dude, we had no idea where this fucking kid went, bro.
What?
Like, this kid disappeared, bro. Like, we don't know what happened.
Wait, so where the fuck did he go if you came out the exit and shit?
I don't know, dude. I really don't know. I think we dipped, and then, like, he, like, came home after we left. But he had, like, dude, he had, like, the smallest scrape on his knee, bro. It was like he was, like, 7 years old, dude. I'm like, are you kidding
That's probably
me?
what was wrong with him, bro. His mom was all...
Yeah, no, probably, like,
OCD
and
shit. Did he have a dad?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
I don't know what the fuck.
But George's mom was like that, too, bro.
Yeah, I think that's the recipe for disaster.
Because remember when she was like freaking out on us? Like, dude, remember when we got sent to the principal's office for making noises around that kid?
What did his mom do? What are you talking about? I don't remember meeting his mom. Was she fat?
No, we never met his mom, but...
Oh, okay.
I remember, like, his mom would, like, complain to the office about us, because, like, George would probably, like, go home and be, we were literally just, like, making noises, bro. Like, we made noises whether we were around you or not, dude.
Yeah, I know. It's like a personal attack on him because he's a puss.
Yeah. He thinks the world revolves around him, bro.
That kid did. Fucking assholes, man. Every single one of them.
Bro, I remember when I broke my wrist, though, and I was, like, pulling out a laptop from the fucking laptop cart in the resource room, dude. It literally dropped on his fucking head because I couldn't support the weight of it.
I remember you told me that shit.
He was like, yo, what the fuck? And I was like, well, I don't know if that's exactly what he said, but he was
probably
pissed.
said, ah!
Yeah, he was pissed, and I was like, sorry, dude. And then, like, I came in with a cast the next day, and they didn't say shit to me.
Well, like, what are they gonna do? They're gonna fucking say something because you broke your fucking...
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know my wrist was broken, because, like, this was when I was, like, going to school for a couple days when it was broken, and you didn't know. But... then, like, after that, we just decided we'd, like, go to the ER and get an x-ray and see what's happening.
Dude. Oh, bro, I wish I could have dropped something on his head. Fucking hated that kid.
Yeah, he was a bitch, dude.
I wish I could have just dropped the laptop on his head, man.
Dude, you remember Matthew Leach, bro? How we got in trouble for saying we were gonna kick his dog when he said he was gonna send his dog.
Yeah, we weren't gonna
after
kick his dog, bro. You said he was gonna sick it on us, like he was gonna fucking kill our ass with it. Even though it was fucking tiny as shit, but...
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, if your dog even comes near me, I'm just gonna give it a little nudge and it's gonna fucking run away.
You said kick, though, bro. I think you said I'm gonna pelt that dog.
Yeah, but it doesn't fucking matter, bro. Like, they had the fucking, like, the little counselor come in because they thought we were, like, mentally unstable or some shit.
Yeah,
bro.
like we were gonna go around and kick dogs, bro. I kicked that kid before I kicked a dog, Holmes.
Yeah, seriously.
I'm not gonna kick no dog. I'll kick yo ass.
Dude, and then remember when they found that list in your fucking backpack?
Oh yeah, dude, I remember that.
Dude, they thought it was a fucking kill list.
Yeah, it was
bro.
who I was gonna prank and shit. Who we were gonna prank or something, and they thought I was gonna assassinate people. I was like fucking 11, bro. What the fuck?
Dude, they had like some crazy suspicions about us, bro. I don't know
why.
The people there had like mental issues, dude.
Yeah, and then they said we had mental issues. That's what I call projection, bitch. didn't have nothing wrong with me. I was just a dumbass,
yeah,
but that's about it.
We were just little boys, bro. Like,
yeah, everyone else is like a damn robot.
Yeah, dude, everybody else was like straight sheep, dude.
That's fucking worse, I feel, but apparently they like sheep.
Yeah, dude, they would always single us out for fucking bullshit.
The thing that I never understood, especially, like, I get some of the things we got in trouble. Like, I don't get it, but, like, I get how they could get us in trouble for it. Like, they...
Not the wasps thing, dude.
No, but, like, yeah, but, like, what I was gonna say, even more than that, like, at least they had kind of proof, but, like, the dog thing... How did they know that that kid didn't just make shit up? Like, how did they know we actually said that? It didn't even happen on school.
Wasn't his mom there? Like, didn't his mom and the, like, guidance counselor, like, sit in there while they were talking to us?
I don't know, but, like, he said, if you don't walk... Didn't he say, don't walk by my house? Or something?
And, like, he literally lived on Lee Boulevard. And
like, bro, I'm walking to Ranch Smart on the sidewalk. Your house is right there. I'm not gonna go the other way because you're a bitch.
I'm walking to Ranch Mart, dude.
Yeah, he was like, why are you guys walking by my house? I saw you walking by my house. And then we told him where we were going.
Dude,
and he thought we were like,
window,
he thought we were stalking him or something. And we literally walked by and left.
Remember that one time we did climb in his tree in his yard, though?
Was that the same time, actually?
Yeah, I think so.
Never mind, then. My whole point got fucking ruined. But still, man, it's not your fucking tree. It's nature's tree, bitch. Climb that tree if I want.
That's the only time we ever did that.
I know, and then he said if you... Oh, that's what it was. If you do that again, or I'm gonna... If you walk by, or if you do that again, I'm gonna unleash my dog, and he's gonna bite you. Like, that's what he said. Some shit like that. Yeah. And you said, if your dog comes to bite me, I'm just gonna kick it. Like, what do you want me to do? Let it bite my ass off? Like, what?
I mean, that's not illegal.
Yeah, it's fucking... That dog's trying to eat me. I'm pretty sure I'm allowed to, like, defend myself.
Yeah.
Fucking assholes. And I don't know how they have any proof of us saying that anyway.
Dude, remember when, like, that Corn Davis bitch kept, like, calling me into the office, like, every fucking week, dude? Yeah. And she would, like... Dude, they really thought we had, like, some fucked up mental issues or something, dude. They thought we were, like, crazy, dude. They would always punish us for, like, bullshit, dude. Like, we made a noise in the fucking cafeteria and we'd get, like, sent to the office.
You remember, that one time I put a fork in my sleeve?
Yeah,
a plastic, flimsy fork? Because I watched I was playing Assassin's Creed or some shit. I tried to be a fucking assassin.
Dude, they thought you were trying to steal it, dude. It was literally a plastic fork.
Either that, or they thought that was part of my my list that I made. I was gonna fucking get someone's ass with a flimsy fork that can't even stab my fucking broccoli.
Dude, but seriously, like, just remember all this shit we got in trouble for that, like, made no sense. Like, when the fucking PE teacher told us we could play basketball in the side gym that was literally, like, 10 feet away from everybody else. And they had cameras all over the school, yet they had to call us up to the office because... they quote-unquote didn't know where we went.
Yeah. Oh, that shit's so stupid.
Dude, we were literally 10 feet away from everybody else. Yeah, she was a fucking idiot, dude. She was crazy.
What a fucking asshole. Yeah. It's unfortunate, man.
Yeah, and remember when we weren't allowed to leave the blacktop and we'd have to sit at those fucking tables every day? Or in that, like, corner by the volleyball
Remember
court?
when she tried to record us?
Yeah,
using the phone trick?
Like,
and I was like...
dude, and I was like, yo, don't say anything.
Yeah, I didn't notice. I was a fucking idiot. You're like, dude, don't say anything. I'm like, what are you talking about? You're like, dude, she put her phone in the middle of the table.
Yeah,
and I'm like... And then I looked and I was like, that is kind of weird.
She never fucking
is that even legal, honestly?
No. I mean, don't feel it's not, like, illegal,
but it's like... I don't think you're supposed to do that.
I don't know about that.
That's
school,
the thing.
It could be controversial, but
I don't think you're supposed to.
I don't know.
What the
hell was she trying to record us for? She was trying to, like, catch us in, like, a lie or something? Like... Like, what are you, an insurance adjuster? Like,
Yeah, like what is
fuck,
this shit,
man.
bro? Some private investigator shit. And I don't even know what we would have fucking said. Like, we would have made like a dick
Dude, I
joke or
think she.
something.
This was when we got in trouble for like touching that kid's clipboard, dude.
Ted.
Yeah.
Fucking Ted.
Actually, no, that would have had to been in 5th grade then, so this was a different time then. I don't know what she was recording us for. But I remember Court was there too.
Were we like was that a time when we had to sit at that table and then she did it too, or were we just sitting there chilling?
I think we were just sitting there chilling that day. It wasn't like when we were forced to sit there because like we were in trouble or we had to do schoolwork. Dude, remember doing schoolwork on that fucking table with like no clipboard,
with the
dude?
pencil.
Stupid asshole, dude. Why would you put a table like that at a recess?
I don't know what the point of those are.
I think it's so they don't, like, they're not wet on the surface. But
that's why they coat them with that green shit too. It doesn't rust. But at the same time, it's kind of like, why not just build something over the top of it so people can actually like do that work and shit.
Yeah, seriously.
Like, it probably costs just the same for a little piece of fucking wood.
I remember they kept limiting us. Remember when we used to go all the way down to the Slenderman egg place, and then they're like, you can't go down there anymore, you have to stay, like, on the track. Or, like, the baseball field or whatever. And then we weren't allowed to go on the baseball field, and then we weren't allowed to even go down the stairs.
It was like a communist government, bro. It was one thing at a time, bro. every so often we get something else revoked. Yeah, until we had no freedom. Basically, we became prisoners, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know, but that's still, like, it was still fun, though. It was, like, kind of fun being, like, or at least feeling rebellious, even though we weren't doing that much.
I know, but I mean, compared to the fucking people there, I mean, we were doing a lot to them, apparently.
Yeah, and we were just living life, bro.
I was just being a normal fucking human.
Kid, yeah.
And they were being fucking, those fucking robots from fucking
dude, yeah, they were literally
like,
fucking brainwashed, dude. That's how I looked at them, dude.
I think that's why we didn't like anybody there. They were just so...
I don't know. It's like, we were probably literally only two introverted intuitives in that whole school, if not like one or two other kids, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Quincy, but I think he had some, you know, some other issues besides.
Yeah, Quincy,
I think he was sociopathic.
And then I think, what was that kid's name? Hunter? I think he was one too.
Hunter was chill.
Yeah.
Hunter was always chill. He's still chill.
Yeah, he's yeah.
He was like, that's a good example. Marcus was alright too. Remember that kid with the glasses?
Yeah.
He was alright, but they were friends, so that's probably why they were friends.
Yeah, I think they were introverted censors actually.
But I don't know of anyone else.
Yeah.
Maybe like... Court was, what's that personality trait called? Oh yeah, dumbass.
Extroverted sensing.
Yeah, he was just dumbass personality trait. He was one of a fucking kind. Nah, but he was
Ella
totally...
might have been introverted intuitive.
Yeah. That girl was really nerdy and smart, but
yeah,
she didn't talk at all, but... So it was about fucking what? Horses?
Yeah. I don't know. It wasn't horses. It was something else, dude. I don't know. Her dad was that. Remember her dad, that like crazy scientist dude? And how he had like telekinesis, bro. Dude, that dude was Doctor Strange.
Dude, bro. He looked like him too, man.
He looked like Doctor Strange, dude. And did you see him? Like the volleyball was literally coming towards us, and then it wasn't, bro.
And we both like saw it, right?
I watched it happen, dude.
That was one of those moments in my life where I'm just like, was that even real? Am I making some shit
saw us like looking at him too, and he like, didn't he like wink at us or something?
He did. He like smirked after it, and then he just like kept watching like the dodgeball or whatever it was.
That was
volleyball
insane.
Or whatever was going on. Can't remember.
That was literally insane.
That guy was fucking creepy. Do you remember?
Dude, yeah, when he had the boners. Angel was like looking and
yeah,
shit.
That creepy black bitch. She was like,
yeah, dude. Your 5 cents a pop.
Ew, dude. Yeah, but she really liked him, didn't she?
Yeah.
She was always talking about... I don't remember his name. Wasn't he a scientist and he went into a volcano?
Yeah, no, he was like some like volcanic scientist or some shit, dude. Like some crazy shit.
Yeah, volcano gave him some powers.
Yeah, seriously, dude.
I don't know, like, that's like a joke, kind of, but at the same time, I still don't know what the fuck that was. Yeah, but at the
same time, dude, we don't know what the hell's in volcanoes.
Yeah, I mean, that guy did something that day, and I don't know what the fuck, because I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, dude, that dude's probably like a homunculus or some shit.
Everyone else there was retarded, though. Yeah. There's like 2 normal fucking people there.
Yeah, seriously.
Besides us, there was like 2 fucking...
It wasn't Mr. Shadnick's was not included on that.
On what?
The normal scale.
Mr. Shadnick's was creepy as fuck. I'm sorry, but that guy was...
Yeah, he was, dude.
There was something... And I don't mean strange like everyone else. I mean like creepy about that guy.
Yeah, there was
just
something
straight weird. And the thing was, I knew why everyone was retarded because they all liked him, and I was like, bro, this guy's giving me weird vibes. What are you talking about?
Yeah, dude, because they're not intuiting.
Oh, it, AJ was kind of smart too. Like he was a fucking liar, but he was pretty smart.
Yeah.
Like he was a dick, and you couldn't trust that fucker.
But no, he was. But he was intelligent. But yeah, some intelligent people are like they have that kind of personality where they're neurotic, you know.
Yeah, I feel like a lot are very.
Yeah, no, a lot are very.
I don't know if I'd say
very
selfish.
Neurotic or OCD. They are very like egocentric as well.
Yeah, he was that. He was the embodiment of that.
Yeah.
I mean, he was
clever,
smart,
dude.
and like we could talk to him and stuff about most things because he also got in trouble a lot, didn't he?
Yeah, not as much as us though. He just got in trouble for like.
He was really fucking. What do I call it? Like when we were younger, he talked like pretty good. Like he always got himself out of shit. Yeah, he was very eloquent for a fucking little key. I don't know. He was kind of.
Dude, I remember what that kid looked like back in the day too.
Yeah, he looked like a fucking mushroom.
Dude, he looked like a little rat, bro. His head was so big though.
He's dumb now though, I'm pretty sure.
He is.
I mean, I haven't seen him in a couple years, but
yeah, he's probably
he didn't get any
IQ points.
He didn't get any smarter, basically. Like he's probably smarter than like a lot of people, but
yeah.
At the same time, he's kind of like a dick, so it doesn't really.
Like he was really smart, and then he dropped off, so he's probably like 110, 115 IQ as compared to like 100.
Yeah, he's smarter than most. I mean, he was definitely up there compared to all those fucking sheep. Those kids were.
Yeah, but then again, I think we're probably in like the 130 to like maybe even 160 range.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree. It makes me just wonder, like, I wonder who the dumbest motherfucker there was. I always think that.
Oh my gosh.
Like, I want to know who the dumbest motherfucker there was. Not just like a dick, but I mean like literally like just dumb. Because if we're talking dick, it's like most people there.
I'm thinking like, Court was like pretty stupid.
But you know, like I'm not even trying to be mean to the kid, but Noah, like he was nice, but he was kind of
He definitely gave me like IQ of like 95 vibes.
Yeah, maybe like 85.
Yeah, something.
Nah, he's probably like 90, 95.
Yeah. But he's out of the standard deviation, you know. He's like more than 2 standard deviations away from us, so that's why we didn't really like. I mean, like I could get along with them. Like I can talk to anybody, really. It's just like the level of understanding, you know. Like
you can only talk
if you're
so
like,
much.
Yeah, if you're like so dumb, like I just like I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, it like still doesn't make sense to me because it's not like.
Yeah.
You know, like it's not like I don't know what word I'm looking for. Like it's in my head, but it's it's not come to the surface yet. But you know what I mean.
You're saying
like it's like I can comprehend them, but it just doesn't make sense. And like I mean I can get their point, but at the same time, like there's so many variables and stuff left out that it's like.
Yeah, you can carry on a casual conversation with people like that, but it just
small
becomes...
talk, yeah. But like they only
point,
know so much, you know. Like when you have a certain intelligence level, you know like a vast, like you know a little bit about everything to an extent.
Then there's the type of people that know a lot about like one or two things and nothing about everything else. Yeah. And I don't want to be that.
And then there's just those people that are well-rounded, and then you can tell that they're like, they
like
possess
average.
some kinds of, And then, you know,
then there's Court.
Then there's people,
Then there's Court. He's just by himself.
And then there's people that know like a lot of just like weird, like not necessarily useless, but just a lot about
trivial,
a whole bunch of a whole bunch of like random things, and like that's when you can kind of start to see some like competence rolling in.
Yeah, but who do you think's the dumbest motherfucker?
I don't know, dude. What was that one kid's name? Maybe not that kid actually.
What kid?
That kid, Will Cooper or whatever.
That kid totally changed, man. He turned like kind of like opposite of sporty. He turned in like a weird like drama kid.
Yeah, so I'm thinking not that kid because I thought of that little change that he went through.
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe like I don't think any of those kids were like necessarily really dumb, but there was definitely some dumber ones. Like Angel was definitely down there. Like she wasn't like she was probably average.
Average.
But
she was smarter than most people. I will give her that.
I don't think Anna was average, dude. I think she was like a little below.
Yeah. What about Elliot?
Yeah, I mean, I think he was like, I think he had Asperger's or something.
I think he was smart. But I never really got to see that because he was too busy flapping
his wings.
I never got to hear him because he was always flying away.
Yeah.
Poor guy. God damn.
I don't know. Like it take me some time to think of.
I feel like Noah. Like I'm not even trying to be mean.
Well, yeah, Noah's probably at least in our class.
Because Court, I feel like Court was like maybe average or below average, but I think it was more self-induced dumbassery. I don't think he was born like that. I think he just chose to be like he wanted to be cool.
He chose this. He chose his personality somewhat.
I'll be right fucking back, Doug. I'm gonna go piss.
Hey, don't get kicked.
Oh yeah, shit. I'll hurry up. Back.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably Noah in our class, at least. Although, wasn't he in Holthouse's class in 6th grade? I'm pretty sure he was.
Yeah, I don't think he stayed in ours.
I think Eric was also pretty dumb.
Eric was dumb?
Not gonna lie. Yeah.
How did Eric lose all that fucking weight?
Weed.
He just smoked?
Well, yeah, I mean, it literally, like, the cannabinoids, like, they mess with your, like, metabolism and all that kind of stuff, so.
Yeah.
You know, and maybe he just was, you know, growing. I mean, he's not even really that tall, so, like, he really did just, like, lose the weight somehow.
He looks, like, when he lost weight...
Like, he didn't get lanky or anything, you know what I mean?
He looked weird when he lost all that weight. And it wasn't just because I'd seen him and I'd only seen him because he was fat. Maybe it was a little bit of that, but he looked like a fucking Twizzler. Like he just looked weird as shit.
Like
he looked like he was.
Though, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and he had really bad fucking posture, too.
Yeah, he was a fucking hunchback, dude.
Like, that kid just looked like a fucking mope. He just moped around and shit. He always waddled and shit when he was fat. And when he got skinny...
Court's waddle?
Dude, Court was a fucking penguin.
Remember when we were like yelling at him because he was like waddling across the street, dude? He got so pissed, bro. Remember that one time like Luke like drove past us and like said some bullshit and we like yelled at them, and then we were in the principal's office like on Monday morning. And I'm like, dude, how did this get here? How did this get here?
I don't know. I mean, Court said something.
Yeah, Court or like his babysitter said something. And I'm like, yeah, dude, like you told on us. You're so cool.
Remember that one time we told on them because we wanted to get back when they called us gay boys?
No, they said that, and we yelled at them, but they said that we just yelled at them. And then we're like, nah, they called us gay boys and rolled past. They initiated it, and we were just fucking standing our ground, yeah.
Did they get in trouble for that? Was that like one of the times we didn't...
Yeah, they ended up getting in trouble for it instead of us.
That was like one of the only times. I was like,
I mean, they didn't really get in trouble, but...
No, that nothing happened to them.
Yeah,
but at least nothing happened to us.
Yeah.
So it's like... Bitch, quit fucking stealing my words. Good times. Good times.
Yeah, no, that actually was pretty fun.
Yeah. Sometimes I wish I could go back and watch that shit like a fucking Netflix episode.
Yeah, no, I literally want to watch it like a Netflix episode. That'd be sick.
Grab the fucking popcorn.
Yeah, I want to watch it as a Netflix episode, not re-experience it, because I want to have like the same kind of like, you know, like I want to be able to think from like my perspective.
Now.
Right now.
Yeah. I get that. So I feel like if I was re-experiencing it, it wouldn't be any.
Yeah, it wouldn't be any different.
But, yeah.
I mean, but if I'm like looking at it from this angle, I'm like, there's like a level of introspection to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like if I could do that in an astral projection or something, totally would.
Yeah, the Akashic records, dude. That's how you do it, bro.
So is it like, I've never been, but I've heard a bunch of videos.
But like,
articles.
Dude, I really just want to like have like a super like conscious experience where I can just like, walk into this like library, because apparently it's like looks like a big library, dude.
Yeah, I've heard people call it. What'd you say?
It looks like whatever you think it's gonna look like. I guess.
That's what I was gonna say. But I think most people imagine it like that.
Yeah, they think of it as some kind of big library. Yeah.
I mean, I probably would, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, that's how memories are stored. They're stored like little like books on a shelf, almost. Like, you know, it's said that we never actually forget anything. It's just how often you recall it, the more you'll remember.
Stored in your subconscious part of your brain.
Yeah. Well, it's stored in the same place. It's just...
Recall is the issue?
Yeah, it's just, you know, if you recall something, like, more... Like, if you recall a certain memory, like, very often, then it's gonna stick with you more than if you, like, just have something and forget about it. And that's, you know... But, like, realistically, like, if you really tried, like, I guess there's certain ways, like, certain meditations and shit. And, like,
you could remember.
Or if you take LSD, you can, like, have, like, random, like, memories. And
I feel like that would be more, like...
Didn't remember that you remembered.
Yeah, I feel like that would be good. Like, just do the meditations or anything that would be like that. But I think if you went to and did it astrally, I feel like that would be more of an experience more than, like, a memory. Sure. And I feel like I'd like that better. That's what I'm saying.
Well, no, and the thing about the astral part of it too is that it's, you know, it's lucid. You know, like when you go and recall a memory, it's not like, I mean, it's photographic to an extent, but it's not like you're like literally reliving it. It's just like you're like, oh yeah, I remember everything that happened. Yeah. And like I can like see like an outline of it in my head, but like not really like. It's not like it's like 3D in front of me. You know
not like when it happened.
And that's like literally how it is in the astral realm. You like pop in and it's like you just died and you're like reliving your memories almost. Yeah.
But I don't know how to get to that place. Do you just imagine it like any other place, or
yeah, I mean, like first you just have to get in and like be like, you have to make sure that you're like extra like conscious. You know, you got to be like really lucid in this astral projection, and then you just kind of gotta like really imagine it.
Mm-hmm.
And you I mean, you obviously gotta like set the intentions and do whatever works for you best, but like, you really gotta be in like a calm state of mind to get to that place, I feel.
Yeah.
And it like calm and conscious at the same time, you know? Like, you gotta be like, oh, I know what I'm doing, where I am, how to do it.
Yeah, calm's like the big part of that.
Yeah,
shit.
No, the second
that determines
you freak out,
where you
like,
go.
You're just gonna pop out, yeah. It's all about the mindset.
Yeah, man, I haven't tried in so long. I remember there was a time like a couple months ago where I was dead set on doing it again, and I just kind of like forgot.
Yeah, I mean, I hate when that happens. It's like I like keep trying to like push to get better at it, but then I'm like not really practicing all that often, and like I mean that's really our own fault that we're not practicing enough. Because like realistically, if we had practiced, like
we could be doing it every night.
We could literally be doing it like when I take naps after work and like,
I know.
Shit like that.
I feel like in a way, I feel like I'd really be so much smarter.
That. Yeah. Well, there's so many things you can learn without actually having to like
go in physically.
Yeah, and like you can learn while you're asleep. Basically, it's like making passive income.
Yeah. Do you remember that
passive knowledge?
Do you remember that episode or the movie Doctor Strange where he did that exactly? He was reading while he was sleeping.
Yeah, he was like reading shit. Yeah.
Like that was like the best fucking scene in the movie.
Yeah.
When he was like, doing that shit.
And that
reminded me.
That's technically real.
Yeah, I think most people were like, "Oh, damn, that's cool, bro." But I was like,
"Yeah, I mean, I should have done that." A little different than in the movie. But
yeah, but they had the idea.
Like, somewhat realistic, yeah. They got the point across.
It's weird how they included that in a movie.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I always thought about that.
I wonder who they went to like come up with the idea. Like what director was this? Like this dude was like obviously had to be kind of smart.
Yeah, or when the girl pushed him out of his body and he went seeing all those things, that was a good scene too.
Insane.
I feel like that was a better scene actually. I just remembered that. Yeah, I heard of like monks that do that shit like all the time, and they can pop out like while they're just standing. While they're just like literally not even asleep, they can just do it. Like when they sit down in a chair, they can do it so fast that most people wouldn't even know.
Like, had we been practicing this whole time, you could probably literally just like lay down on the couch for a couple minutes and just like be in a completely
literally like at most like 15, something like that. We'd be out. But yeah, I know what you mean.
But now it just kind of happens like whatever. Like normally I don't like try to induce it. It just happens.
I gotta just start. I want to start doing it willingly.
Yeah, willingly. Yeah. Well, not like willingly, but like purposefully.
I guess it's always willingly in some part of my brain, but I mean, set the intention and follow through.
Yeah, and just do it. I honestly might try that tonight, dude. Like,
you think so?
Why not start tonight?
Yeah, I feel like it's everything is like that. You're always like, I'll do it tomorrow. No, tomorrow never comes.
Well, I mean, tell yourself, comes, but I'm doing it.
Well, the moment of doing it tomorrow never usually comes for most people. Tomorrow comes, and then when tomorrow happens, you say, "Well, I'll do it. I'll do it tomorrow again," and that's just a cycle. Yeah, I gotta.
I've been starting to like wind down around 7 o'clock, like get off of like the phone or the laptop and all that shit, just because like I wake up early and it's nice to like have like an hour before I go to bed, because I go to bed at normally like 8:30 to just like decompress, and I feel like that would be a good time to do like maybe like a little bit of a meditation before, and then just set the intention, and then just like.
I see what you mean.
You know what I mean? Like that's kind of like a perfect time, because those are like kind of the circumstances that you're looking for too, right? That, you know, you're wind down, you haven't been looking at your phone, like the blue light,
especially the technology part, like winding down for like an hour.
I think that's pretty beneficial, because that's what everybody says, too.
Yeah. I wish I could do it. I'm gonna start.
Yeah, I mean, stop wishing, just, like, start practicing, I guess. Like, yeah, that's... I'll start practicing, too, dude, because I'm, like...
Because then we can... Because, like, I already know the answer to this question, but I kind of want to ask again, because it's been a long time. Do you, without a shadow of a doubt, know that it's not just an inside the brain thing and more of like an outside thing?
Yeah, it has to be, dude, because like some of the experience that I had is like yeah, my brain can make up a lot of shit, and who knows what our brains are capable of, but like it just doesn't. I don't know, like it's obviously like it interacts with energy outside of my brain.
Yeah,
that's how I feel about it.
I think there's a lot of people that do it, and I think they don't realize that. I think a lot of people do it and just think it's like a cool thing to do. And
yeah, or they just think they're dreaming.
Yeah, like a lucid dream, like a better lucid dream, technically. A more lucid dream.
Yeah, dude, but once we like both get it down, like we're like, we gotta go to RM or something.
Yeah, we have to meet.
Yeah, dude, like that'd be sick. Just like.
And I feel like I remember one time I got out
halfway across the country, just hang out in the Astral realm, bro.
Dude, I mean that sounds like a fucking movie. But yeah. I remember one time I did try and meet you. I don't know if I said this ever, but I'm assuming we were supposed to meet at the stairs or something like that. And I think I went there one time, and it was like a. And then the next morning you told me that you went or something, or a week later, or whatever you told me.
No, I remember waiting there for you, but it could have been at different times.
That's what I'm saying. It was like I went there, you went there, but it wasn't the same stairs. Like it wasn't the same world. I don't know how to explain it. That sounds so fucking trippy. Like it wasn't the. How do you even word that? Like the same universe, the same dimension that you were in. It just was a version of it, like a mirror of it. The thing is, I don't know how to find the exact, I guess, server. It's kind of like a multiplayer server.
Yes, listen, I get what you mean. So I'm thinking, like, the exact thought that I get when you say that is, like, maybe you have to rely less on the place and more on, like, the concept of, like, meeting a specific person.
I see what you're saying.
And I wonder how that works when we're, like, together in the Astral realm, how like we both like, do we co-communicate on what surrounding we're in, or do we just like both say like, oh, I want to go to a certain place, or think of that place and then
so you mean like how are we gonna meet, or how are we gonna
no, like once we meet, like is it just like whoever wants to like throw ideas out there what's around us, you know? Or...
I see what you're saying. I don't know.
If you want to go to like a specific part at RM, like is it going to show that, or is it going to show what I'm trying to do, or is it going to be like a joint?
I feel like in a way, I guess if we were focusing on the meeting itself and not really the place, I feel like I could be in a totally different place but still see you, and you see a totally different thing than what I'm seeing. But I don't know if that's I don't know if it's going to be like that, or if it's going to be like if I join you, like you get there first and I'm there second, or however it goes. I don't know if like I will see the exact same things that you see, but I'm kind of hoping that it's like that.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Because like literally it'd be like real life, but better. Because like if you go somewhere, then I see you walking. Like if you walk towards the staircase, I see you walking over there.
No, yeah, it'd be sick if it was literally just like real life,
and not like
I mean, like it is
like a ghost kind of thing.
Like, yeah, but I wonder if it's like, I don't know. You know what I mean, though?
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's like almost impossible to grasp until you do it, I guess. Because I guess like we don't.
We're just gonna have to figure out.
But at the same time, couldn't it literally be anything we want?
Yeah,
couldn't it be like that?
I think it was a good point to focus on the intention of meeting, though, rather than the
place. Because I think that's what happened. I went to the right place, but I didn't go to our same place or whatever.
Yeah,
it was just like another version of it, but mine.
Yeah.
Instead of both. I feel like that might happen a lot, but I've read people's stories, and they said they've done it before, but I'd have to look into it again.
So it's definitely possible. Like, it's definitely possible. Like, I feel like I've seen other people that I know in the astral realm too, and like they could have just been dreaming. Like they were probably just dreaming, and I could see them dreaming, and they like maybe they saw me in their dream, but like they weren't like.
And they thought it was just
a dream. Just a dream, but like literally, I was like doing my own thing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I ever told you this, but William used to do that. He used to go in my mom's dreams and tell her what she was dreaming, and my mom never. At first, he didn't tell her, so he would just say like, I had a dream about this, and my mom would be like, oh, that's weird, we both dreamt the same thing. But then he started saying stuff like, I was in the dream and you were doing this, why were you doing that? He was like little, and she was like, wait, what the fuck? And he would explain it 100%.
That's like definite proof that it's like not just inside your brain. Like,
has to be, right?
Yeah, and like, I mean, they're both related, but I don't think that has anything to do with it. I think like the human brain is more powerful than... It is more powerful.
I think it was so simple for him and any kid, because the kids don't think about all the complexities. No, they're just like, I want to do it.
They're just doing it. Yeah. They just do it. He probably wasn't even thinking about doing it. He probably just, you know, it comes more natural to people, because here's another thing that kind of relates back to like the introverted intuitive. Like, intuitive people are more willing to believe something that's not tangible. Like it's a less concrete idea, and you know, some people are just more like like not even spiritually gifted, just
like open,
like more, like some people are just more like not like, oh, this has to be like this, and this is why this can't be like this, and like blah blah blah.
I think like they just kind of go with it no matter how it is. They just accept it. I think a lot of people want to change it instead of just having it how it is.
Yeah.
I mean, but I always thought about that, and I guess that's proof of what we were just saying about the same place thing.
Yeah,
so I guess. And I just thought of that. I wasn't thinking about that.
And the fact that you can like see people that are just dreaming in the astral realm.
Yeah, and plus Ryan Cropper, he made a video on that. He said how to join other people's dreams. I remember that video, so I guess William didn't need the fucking tutorial.
Yeah. I mean, like, we probably definitely did it as kids, because I have memories that I, like, just can't comprehend happening in real life.
Yeah.
Like, there's things that I must have had to have done in my head, but it was so, like, realistic that it just comes across as, like, an actual memory. Or it could be, like, past life memories. Who knows, dude? Like, it could all be, like, intertwined.
Yeah, I wonder, speaking of that, I wonder in Akasha, can you see your past memories?
You can, that's... At least according to Ryan Cropper and like a few other people, and like what I've read about it.
That would be
like
even
multiple
more.
Sources say like But there's a time and place for that. Like sometimes you don't want to know about that kind of stuff until
I feel like
it has to come to you. I feel like those kind of things have to come to you. Those aren't things that you chase.
I wouldn't open that book, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's like if it's going to be beneficial to you, it'll present itself.
Yeah, I feel like the book will open to me if I need it to. Like, I feel like if I keep looking for stuff, either I'm going to go crazy or it's just going to cause things that I don't really need.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people might go crazy from that stuff. Who knows? Because they say, I left my body, and they go schizophrenic and shit. Nobody's going to believe them. So I feel like there are a lot of bad shit possible, but
schizophrenic people back in the day weren't even labeled as schizophrenic. They were just labeled as like more
like really long time ago, they were seen as like shamans.
Sensitive,
yeah.
And like, you know, there might be truth behind that. I mean, there's
I'm
some
sure
weird
there's brain disorders, right? But I feel like
it is a disease technically.
But I feel like there's some people. But the thing is, psychology, because I'm studying right now, it's so like there's a lot of things in psychology that they're theories. So it's not tangible as in like a lot of other sciences like biology. It's more, it's kind of just, there's all these different theories and we go with the best one. So I feel like a lot of people have been mislabeled or misdiagnosed as having that, but really maybe they're just either they are crazy in a different way, or they're seeing something that just is actually there. But I feel like if I said that to someone, they'd lock me up. So.
Yeah, seriously. That's why you kind of gotta dumb yourself down around like.
It's true.
Normal. Like, I don't even want to say normal, but
I feel like there's no such thing. But I think there's average, like average type people. I don't know.
And those are the people that are really skeptical about like broad conversations like that.
Yeah, it's true. But that'd be sick, man.
Yeah.
So I guess that is proof. What he did was proof that, like, if we did do it together and we finally were able to join, I guess, like,
we just gotta start practicing.
The same wave or the same server, we would see exactly, like, we'd be experiencing the same thing.
Energy, right?
What'd you say?
It's the same frequency, right? Because
yeah, like we gotta get the right. We gotta both join the exact right frequency down to the whatever.
And I think, you know, the goal or the way to do that is the intention of meeting.
More than like, hey, I'm gonna go here. I think that's what we got wrong.
I think that is what we got wrong, and it's kind of weird that we like come to this conclusion today, and that we're even here talking on PS4 about this like right now, because like I don't know, like I see those little fucking numerals and shit all the time, but like today, dude, I saw like 9. It was weird.
Really?
Yeah, I saw like 9 different ones. I was like packing out like bottles and shit, and they had like synchronized numbers on them, like 444 milliliters and like all this like weird shit today, and like price $3.33, like just some weird shit, dude. And like I know that maybe some of that means nothing, but still.
I think it means whatever it's supposed to mean to you.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I feel like it's less
there's something about numbers and like just like feeling like energies and stuff like that. It's weird.
I agree with that. It's fucking weird, that's for sure. I wonder how long it would take to get good enough to do that. Because when I was reading those articles, they say that's like more of a... Yeah, I guess, if you're putting levels to it, advanced, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm thinking tonight, like, if you really try and you have a good intention and, you know, it's the right environment, you're gonna get out, most likely. You just gotta keep your, you gotta keep your emotions in check, you gotta make sure you're not getting too scared, not getting too anxious, not getting too excited.
Yeah.
You just gotta be, you just gotta be calm, you gotta, like, be the experience, almost.
Yeah. A lot of times it's not worked more times than it has worked for me. So, those times that it didn't work, which were numerous, like a lot, the main reason is because I was like, either because I was resisting or I was like
too excited or too scared.
Too I guess excited in the terms of like my nerves. Like either if it was good or bad, none of those are good. Good or bad, like too much of anything is bad, basically.
That's why you have to keep really like conscious, because you got to realize that like in those moments your intellect is a servant to your emotions, and that's just the case with everything, intellect is a servant to your emotions. You have to stop relying so much on emotion, that's why we became intelligent, is to stop acting based off of just pure raw emotion. And like it's hard, like especially for you, I bet it's pretty hard to not just like act on just pure emotion, because like I can't even like comprehend what having like FI dominant would be like. Like
what do you mean?
Feeling. Like it's like you just, I don't know, like introverted feelings like mysterious, like it, to me at least, like I don't, like it's your dominant perspective, like it's how, I have FI too, but it's third down. And
is that my primary?
Yeah, that's like your primary one, and that's my tertiary one. And like NI would be like really weird for you too.
So what is that? What does that mean?
FI is like introverted feeling. Like it's like you have like a really strong like. You have like.
What was my 4 letters? What was it?
INFP.
INFP. Okay.
So like basically the way it works is like, you just have these strong like feelings and like, just like stuff like that, and it's like intuitive. Like it's kind of like you don't know why, but they're there, and you know they're just always like kind of there, and like you just I don't know. You view the world through introverted feeling.
I feel like it's a good and a bad thing. It's definitely good in terms of like reading everything. Like I can.
Well, yeah, that's the thing about feeling. Like dominant feeling is you kind of like absorb things around you to an extent. Like that's more FE is absorbing, you know, external things. But FI is like really like understanding your own feelings and like knowing exactly how you feel about everything, and that's why like you come across as like stubborn sometimes and stuff like that. It's just because you know what you want to do, you know how you feel about everything.
Do you think a lot of those people, like with mine, have strong sense of like strong morals that they stick by?
Oh, for sure, yeah. FI is, you know, about morals, and like it's not even made up morals. It's like personal like morals, and like everybody's can be different, obviously, but it's all the same in the sense that they, you know, they live by that almost, you know, like they live by this almost like set of rules that they've set for themselves. And I have that to an extent too, but it's just not as prominent.
I see.
You know, and like my main motive, it's like technically perceiving introverted intuition, and it's really just like extroverted sensing. So like really I just observe things around me, and as long as I'm not like too engaged with the environment and I have some time to like introvert, like things just kind of like happen as like aha moments, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm just kind of sitting there and I'll be like just watching, observing things, and then I'll come to this conclusion and be like, oh, so, and then I kind of have to like break it down. Like when I'm explaining things to people through extroverted thinking, that's where I have to like break things down and say, this is why I've come to this conclusion. This like I have to backtrack all of the steps I took, because if I just say something blatantly to you, you're going to be like, okay, well, how did you come to this conclusion? Like that, you know, how does this make sense?
You can't show it's difficult to show your work.
Yeah, that's why like when
the answer itself comes, but not really the work. Like you have to think more about the work than the answer.
It's the big picture before all the details. It's exactly what it is, and that's why like when I used to like do math tests, it'd be like show your work, and I'd be like, but I don't work in my head that way.
Yeah,
like I
another one of the failings of the fucking education system.
Yeah, the education system. Like it's like literally like I see 4 + 4 and it's just 16 in my head. Like I don't need to do 4 × 4 or 4 + 4 + 4 + 4. Like that's just like
that's what they want though. It's like
that's what they want. They want to see you doing the work, because if you mess up, they want to know where you're messing up. But like they want to like really understand your thinking process. But like I just wouldn't show work because, well, I didn't need to, and I didn't want to, because it was an extra step, and it just didn't seem efficient to me.
That's it. Efficiency right there.
Yeah, and you know, that's the main goal of my type, is just getting better at anything and everything. And then INFP is, their main goal is just to have like a harmonious kind of like lifestyle of their own kind of thing. Like they're very individualistic, but so am I at the same time. Like most of the introverted intuitive types prefer to be individualistic, which, I mean, it's not really hard for them to be individualistic in, you know, society, but because they are so much different than 75% of the other people.
Yeah. Is that INFP that you're talking about?
Well, just
or just all introverted IN?
Yeah, just all IN, so INTP, INFJ, INFP, and INTJ.
Damn.
Yeah, but they make up, like, all of them combined make up, like, 5% of the population. And then it's introverted sensing, extroverted intuitive, and then extroverted sensing.
Damn, bro. You know what we gotta fucking do, dog?
Hmm.
We gotta start a fucking podcast. That's what I just fucking thought right now. As I look down at the time.
About what? PS5 and shit?
Everything. Some Joe Rogan shit. Depends on.
Like Blue Later podcasts.
Just literally, like, whatever the fuck we want that day. I feel like everyone's doing podcasts.
Posted on YouTube or what?
Yeah. Like, legit.
See, that's a little weird that we don't like to follow the norms, but we want to do podcasts because everybody else is doing podcasts.
Yeah, but I think that the thing about it... at the same time,
like, it's actually kind of cool. And, like, we've always been into, like, video making.
I think that the thing about podcasts is kind of like, I agree with what you're saying, like, it's like, yeah, that's a norm, but we don't follow norms. But I feel like the people that do that themselves aren't the norm.
Yeah,
like Joe Rogan is not a normal fucking person. He's kind of weird. Yeah, all these guys that do podcasts, I feel like they're more like me than the people that, I don't know, don't?
Are opposed to podcasts.
Yeah.
Not even opposed, but like, I don't know, like they're not the kind of person that like sit down and listen to something.
I feel like they're more the type of guy that wants that 2-minute news talk kind of thing.
Yeah.
More than the ones that's like, I want to listen to this for an hour.
Or something, or like, they don't want to have, and they just want to listen to small talk rather than like deep.
Yeah, but I kind of fucking hate small talk.
Yeah, no, that's literally the difference between, the standard deviations in IQ. Like average IQ, like their main topic's going to be gossip or
I hate that
small talk
bullshit.
Or something like that. And once you get into the 130, it's a little more like intellectual and like. And even further than that, it's just purely like I feed off of like intellectual conversations rather than small talk at all. Like, at work I can small talk with people just to like seem normal and just like otherwise, like
when you get out of like doing that, like that talking with a bunch of people that you don't really want to talk to, or like even if you do want to talk to them at first, like you just get out of like a big social interaction, do you feel energized by it, or do you feel drained by it, or does it just not affect you?
Like at work, like I just kind of like take it like not one step at a time, but I take it like with like I just kind of go in and out as I'm like my battery's draining and recharging, like I'll be talking for a little while and then like maybe I'll notice that like I don't really have much to say or I don't really feel too extroverted in that moment, and I'll just stop talking for a little while and just, do my work, and then I might think of something that sparks my interest and I'm thinking of other people's thoughts on it, and I'll be like start bringing up a conversation.
Yeah.
And as long as it's not like too like out there, like I don't really mind like bringing up like a conversation. And then but yeah, some days like I'll just go to work and not talk to anybody really at all. Like I'll say like, hey, good morning or whatever, but I'm not gonna like talk at all. But when I get home, dude, it's just like I don't even want to respond to like phone, like text messages or anything. I just kind of want to like sit around and like be in my head for a little while.
Yeah, no. I get that. That's pretty much exactly how I am, especially nowadays, because I'm actually busy.
Yeah, no, like the busier I am, the more introverted I have to be, and it's kind of challenging, dude, because like I'll come home from work and I just want to relax after work, but hang out with the girlfriend and like do all this other stuff, and it's like it kind of takes a toll, and it's not like, and I feel bad sometimes because like sometimes I'm just like, no, I can't hang out today, like I just need to be at home. And especially like on the days where like she works after school and whatever, and like she gets out at like 7, it's like, well, I'm gonna be going to bed in an hour, so it doesn't really make sense for us to hang out,
Yeah, no, I get that.
So like really we hang out like 4 times, 5 times a week now instead of like more than that.
Yeah.
And and sometimes it's sometimes I may be a little quieter, and it's not like and it really has nothing to do with her or me. It's just, I mean, I guess it has something to do with me, but it's just, you know, if I'm not in my head enough, like I'm gonna get too stressed out, like I'm gonna get too drained, and I'm gonna get like, you know, it's gonna be worse. Like, I'd rather hold off on hanging out because, like, I don't want to be stressed out and, like, just be mean to you. Or not even, like, mean, but, like, you know what I mean. Like,
I know what you mean.
I'm just going to be, like, on edge, kind of, you know?
Like, it's better to just not hang out, like, at all, just so I don't.
Yeah. Just so I can, like, you know... Yeah. I really need to be by myself, like, alone to process things clearly. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I need to be in my head to, like, understand what's going on in my head and, like, around me, and kind of, and, like, I don't know. Like, it goes back to that whole introverted intuition thing. Like, I need to, like, observe things in the real world. Like, I'm in the present, like, pretty often. But at the same time, I need to sit down and, like, you know, just process everything and get a good grasp on everything, you know?
Yeah. I know what you mean. I feel like before I knew about any of this stuff, which is largely because of you and your fucking dumbass talking about it, because I started looking into it. But like, it makes me wonder, like, what about the people that don't ever figure these things out? Not even like figure these things out as in they're like these complex fucking equations, but just like figure out themselves. Like,
most of the people in the MBTI community are introverted intuitives or extroverted intuitives. Sensors are rarely on the MBTI community. Yeah,
I feel like they don't.
So like 90 to 95. Yeah, so like 90 to 95% of sensors probably like aren't even like, they maybe have heard about it but aren't invested in it in any way. But the people who kind of take like a knack to it or like are interested in it are like more likely to be, you know, intuitives.
I feel like those people are better off, I mean, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's good to know how everybody functions and how to get along with everybody, you know, like...
Yeah, get along with yourself.
Yeah, get along with yourself.
Be like,
get along
why
with
am I
people,
acting like this? Why do I think these things?
Now I know why,
yeah. But I'm saying, like, I feel bad for, like, the people that don't know why. What the fuck's wrong with them?
Like, you know, I don't know what to do, like, I'm so stressed out, like, what do I do? You need to, like... You need to get in your element is what you need to do. You just need to figure out what your element is.
Yeah.
Like whether that's, you know, going out and talking with people to figure out your issues or sitting in your room and like contemplating.
Yeah. I agree.
You know, some people need to be alone to figure things out. Some people need other people to figure things out. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with either of them, but... You know,
sometimes I'm kind of both, but usually it's me.
Yeah, usually it's on my own, but you know, I definitely like I probe, I pick people's brains for information just to come to a better conclusion myself, you know.
Yeah.
Like that's the way I look at it. It's like I can use other people as an information source, and you know, I'd be happy to be an information source for somebody else too if they're looking for solutions to problems. And you know, that's kind of what, you know, extroversion's about. And you know, it's not like if you're an introvert you can't be extroverted, like, you know, because we have extroverted and introverted functions.
Yeah, there's levels to it. Like literally.
I mean, there's 8 different cognitive functions, and we all possess the introverted and extroverted version of every function. It's just the order in which they're in.
Like how much of it each person
Yeah,
has
it's just
different.
preferences, you know. And it's not even like preferences that you necessarily asked for. Like it's just how everybody's born. You can't change your personality type. Your brain just functions that way.
I feel a lot of people like try to, and that's an issue.
No, a lot of people definitely try to like exaggerate their personality or try and like make themselves a certain personality. But then once you learn about this stuff, you're like, oh well, like I literally can't like fake being somebody that I'm not.
Yeah,
you know,
and
that
if
seems
you do,
pretty
it's
straightforward, but I don't know.
What'd you say?
It seems pretty straightforward that you can't be somebody that you're not, but
yeah, it does to me. But I feel like so many people trick themselves into thinking the opposite because they don't want to be them. I mean, I used to be like that, but I just kind of stopped giving a fuck.
Yeah, and then this is the kind of stuff that we need to talk about. Like, realistically, like, if we were having a conversation with, like, Charlie Siegel or one of those other kids, like, we wouldn't be able to get into, like, this kind of depth.
Yeah, I know. You know? We'd be talking about what the fuck. I don't even know.
Yeah, we'd be talking about, like...
I can't wrap my head around what we talk about.
Yeah.
I can't even, like, you know, think of anything.
It wouldn't be, like, satisfying. It wouldn't be fulfilling, you know? It would... You know, we need this kind of intellectual stimulation that, you know, they don't.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are like, so, let me see how I can word this. A lot of people, when they have intellectual conversations, and I guess that's kind of like in the eye of the beholder, like what is intellectual, what's not. How about deep? They have deep conversations. A lot of people get drained from it, and they're like, and then they go to small talk to refuel them. But I feel like I'm the total opposite. Like small talk is like, I'll do it and it's enjoyable sometimes, but then it drains me and I'm like, damn, I want to talk about something deep.
Then once like I like find like someone, and even like if they're not like necessarily as smart, but they know a lot about the same topic, like I can you know, I get this energy boost, like exactly what you said. Like when I'm talking about something that like somebody else is interested in as well, and like I can like go into depth with it. Like
it's almost narcissistical. It's like. But I feel like that's how people are. I feel like that's what's normal. Like you're, what's wrong with talking about something?
Well, some of the most successful people have narcissistic traits.
Yeah, I feel like I do, but...
Yeah, but, you know, everybody's... And, you know, you can also look at the Dunning-Kruger effect. Like, even...
What's that?
The Dunning-Kruger effect is where, you know, people who think they're... You know, people who are average intelligence think, you know, they overestimate their abilities, and people who have higher intelligence tend to underestimate their abilities. But that's more due to like anxiety and stuff, and like higher intelligence people, because higher intelligence is, you know, you're more likely to have mental issues just because, you know, whatever the factors are. But and you know, it's like average people, they just. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with it, but they do overestimate themselves generally. And that's what the Dunning-Kruger effect is called. Or is that's the description.
I see.
Or the definition.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the time, most of the time, I tend to underestimate myself versus overestimate.
Yeah, me too. Like, I'm always like, oh, no, I can't do that. I'm not cut out for this. Like, blah, 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 this or that. And then it's like... But then all these people are doing it, and these people are fucking stupid, so, like, I don't know.
I mean, it's fucked up, but it's fucking true as shit. It's true. It is, it's true as fuck. True. I feel like if
and then
some
it's like,
dumbass
I'm, like,
can
driving
do it.
on the highway, and I'm like, dude, are people really this stupid? Like,
yeah, fucking tell me about it.
It's like, I hate the way people drive.
It makes me, like, I used to get so mad about it, and I still get mad, but, like... Like, I've fixed my anger issues, but, like, damn, that shit.
Yeah, no, and you know, part of fixing the anger issues is letting your intellect be a servant to your emotions. That's a perfect example, you know. You know that you can get angry easily, but you can hold it in, you know.
Yeah.
And it holding it in and also finding a way to...
Let it out good.
Yeah, like... transform that energy into something else,
into something actually productive.
Transmutate, or whatever the hell the proper word for that is. But yeah, that's a perfect example. Like, and you learn to do that with every emotion. It really helps you out because, like, I don't know, you know, there's some times where you don't want to react with pure emotion, you know.
I feel like Quincy is a prime example of not doing that.
Yeah, no.
He let it, like, just marinate. And I feel like that's why he turned out the way he did. That's why I was the way I was before, is because of not knowing.
Yeah, you just let your emotions control your life.
Yeah.
That's...
Yeah,
but then, you know, you try to look behind you, and then you look at the logical reasons for these emotions and why, and... You know, and then
the fucked up thing about, like, back then, and, like, I can say this now, because it, like, doesn't really bother me that much, but, like, the fucked up thing about when I was, like, a very angry person was that it was almost addicting to feel that. Like, I don't know if that's just me, and it sounds really fucking weird, but it was like addicting to get mad. Like, it made me feel like good. Until like I realized that it's not a good thing at all. Yeah, like it made me feel like strong or something. And I feel like over time I started realizing that, yeah, maybe there's certain things that being mad is a good thing, whether that's like working out, whether it's just... I think that anger can be a good thing. But I think that when it starts going into everything in your life, that's what happened to me. It was not a good thing, because it started ruining shit, and I didn't want to lose some
That's the same thing with,
over...
like, depression and shit. You just get so numb that you just stop caring about anything, and you stop taking care of yourself, and you stop doing other shit. Just become lazy.
I think the #1 reason I did something about it is because I realized what it did to other people. So it really works for the people. I used to think I was a selfish bitch, and I guess I still kind of am. But the main reason I even changed wasn't because of me. It wasn't until later that I realized the reason I changed was because of me. But at first it was because of everyone else.
Yeah, dude. Remember, I'd be like, dude, you don't have to get so fucking angry all the time.
Yeah, that shit was fun. Yeah, I was fucking angry all the time. Not all the time, but I could be at any time. How about that?
I feel like you finally like got it down after like freshman year.
You'd be surprised.
Maybe sophomore year.
You'd be surprised, man. It took me until junior year, really.
Because I remember like, like freshman or sophomore year, like. Or maybe before that, but I remember we were in Target one time and I was like pretending to like hit you with the bat in the head and you just flipped.
Yeah. I remember.
And you just like stormed out of there and then I was like, alright, I guess I'm just gonna go home because I don't know where this fucking kid went.
I pulled a Quincy, Holmes.
Yeah, and I still had your backpack or whatever and I like left it like outside for you to come get. And I was like, alright dude, I don't know what happened to you, but I left your backpack outside because I wasn't just gonna leave it in Target like a dickhead.
Yeah, I remember that. Didn't we hang out like the next day?
Yeah.
What the fuck was wrong with us? What's wrong with me?
I don't know, man, but that's the only reason that we're like still friends is because we like built that trust off of just being able to come back from stupid shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, you pissed me off all the time, like literally all the fucking time.
Yeah, I mean, you pissed me off too, but we always got over that. You know, it was.
Yeah, and the thing was like I got pissed off over everything, but like you fucking pissed me off over some shit. I don't even know why. Like looking back at it, I was like, wow, was I being such a fucking bitch?
Sometimes I would do it on purpose, but.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've done it to you on purpose many times. Because it's funny. But
yeah, it is funny.
It's funny as fuck. It's funny to do it to anybody. Especially now.
And it's funny when like low-key we know when we're pissing each other off, but like some people like just don't know that you're like purposely.
Yeah, and I don't like I don't know if I have very much empathy, but I don't know how you have so little that you can't tell that.
Yeah.
I feel like I have a lot of empathy though. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. I feel like I'm very like.
I feel like a lot of people say I don't, but when I think about it myself, I'm like, well.
Yeah, especially from the outside, actually, I feel like people think I'm like extroverted from the outside. Like, I think a lot of people think I come off as an extrovert.
I would agree with that because, well, at one point I didn't know you. I mean, that was a long fucking time ago, and I can barely remember. But I would say that.
But realistically, like I'm introverted, and like I don't show my emotions on the outside. Like, you know, they stay on the inside. They stay like bottled away, kept up, so people don't know how I'm feeling. People don't, like, and it's not even like that's what I wanted. It's just like that's how I am.
Yeah.
You know. And you know, I've gotten to come to terms with like being able to control the emotions well, and it's like. I feel emotions, obviously, you know, everybody feels emotions, but I've come I'm so used to, like, being able to, like, logically justify the emotions that they're just, like, it's more of, like, a thought than an emotion now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
like, it's like sometimes I feel like just raw emotions. Like sometimes I'll get really excited about things, or sometimes I'll get like anxious about things, or you know, whatever. But like, I don't know.
I mean, I think that's what I did to, I mean, well, there was a lot of things I did, but one of the things I did was I thought to myself, like, I thought to myself, why am I, like, feeling like this, and what should I be, like, reacting like? Why am I reacting
yeah,
like this?
Yeah, I mean, there is no specific way that you should be reacting, but
what,
you know,
I mean, personally.
You have to adapt to, yeah, personally, you have to adapt to a situation.
Not like what would everyone else react, but like what would I be reacting like this if I was not being a fucking dick?
And like, and the way I got to this is I was always like, all right, what's the best way to? Because like we had, unlike censors who probably grew up with censor parents,
probably
we had to learn how to speak censor. So we technically speak 2 languages, censor and intuitive, and we're speaking intuitive right now, but when we're small talking and talking with censors, we're mostly talking in censor language. And that was something that I had to perfect as a kid, you know, that, like, I'm all about making things better, and that was something that I was like, alright, it's definitely beneficial for me to be able to talk to everybody, to be able to communicate with everybody, and it's not even that, like, it's like, it's technically, like, not mandatory, but it's definitely needed, because like most people talk like this, so I need to be able to communicate with them, because, well, if I can't communicate with everybody, then I'm just at a disadvantage, you know?
Yeah. No, that's true. Like sometimes you just gotta be like, no, you don't gotta be like everybody else, but you gotta be able to communicate.
No, but you have
like
to be able to like, yeah, communicate
like
and
that.
understand. Yeah. And you know, that was kind of the thing for me. It's like, alright, like I need to, you know, get better at just like being social, and that, you know, like I was never like good at being social. Like realistically, like in my head, I always understood why people did certain things, but like there's a lot of times where I just didn't know what to say. Like I didn't know what to say at the right time, and you know, I don't know, but it's weird.
Yeah, no, I agree. I see what you're saying. Damn.
But yeah, like a conversation like this isn't draining for me. Like right now I'm sitting here and I'm not like drained at all. Like if anything, like my energy's probably at a higher level than it's been all day.
Really?
You know? Well, yeah, I mean, like, what conversations did I have today? Like, what my fucking coworker was doing after work or some shit. Like, and it's like, yeah, I mean, like, you know, I remember what people tell me, and it's like, I care about what some people say, but like, yeah, it doesn't really affect me all that much. Like, it's not something I'm like, oh, like, I want to talk to this person and pick their brain more because, you know, they have assets that I want, and I have assets that they could use, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird.
No, I see what you're saying. Damn. How long has this been?
I don't know.
1 hour, 38 minutes.
Nice. Like, we've been playing this game and not really been complaining the whole time, too. Like, every other game, like... You ever realize that? Like, when we play, like, other games we'll play... Besides, like, GTA, but, like, any other shooter that we played since this game, dude, we're just like, alright, I just want to fucking quit, because this is pissing me off.
Yeah. I don't know, this game's just, like... fun. It's just simple.
Yeah.
I'm not getting mad, but I mean, I think I've been doing first place every time, so I mean...
Yeah, I've been getting, like, even or, like, a little below even every single time.
But I'm not doing
like, last time I did, like... Yeah, last time I did, like, 15 and 16 or something, so I wasn't doing, like, awful, but, like, I'm not doing good, but I'm still not, like... Oh, I want to fucking quit because I'm eating shit, you know?
Yeah. I know what you're saying. This is one of those Call of Duties, it's just like, you can just actually play, you don't have to go fucking...
Yeah. I can just play. It's just a game. I don't have to be like pissed off that I'm dying.
The newer games. I'm like, damn, I gotta get this, and it's just like
they're like the newer games are too competitive, dude. They're way too competitive.
Like I like how this can be competitive, but it also doesn't have to be. The other ones doesn't give you that choice.
I mean, like 2v2, like you can kind of be non-competitive, but then the other dudes just wreck you and you just get pissed off.
Yeah, you get pissed. Yeah. I don't know, like lately when we've been playing that, I feel like we do better when we stop like going fucking Navy SEAL.
We literally play better when we're not fucking like.
Be like, he's on the left corner, he's behind the rock, he is facing the north side.
Like literally when we're just playing for fun, like it's not hard. Like I mean, it's never hard, but you know what I mean. Like when we're playing for fun, like.
It's not like taxing, it's just like playing. Yeah. Like, I mean, that's why they call it playing, isn't it? Playing a video game. Not doing.
And that's what all the people on the mic say, too. They're like, bro, why are you guys so mad? If anything, that triggers my anger a little more, but...
Oh,
like when they're on the mic and we're like raging because they're like wrecking us and...
I mean, it's funny every once in a while looking back. But like, it's not a good thing when you're doing it every single fucking time.
We're just being fucking sore losers at that point, dude.
It's funny as fuck looking back though, especially when we make them videos. It's fucking hilarious. I gotta just start making videos of us getting fucked because that shit's funny as fuck. Probably get more views.
Yeah, it's just being like, God damn it, bro.
Yeah,
people would like watch our videos, be like, damn, these guys are fucking shit, dude.
But they're kind of funny though. Be like, maybe you guys just shouldn't play COD, but just like talk. How about that?
Yeah, we should just play like GTA 6 with like fucking voiceover.
But like, I mean, that's what we're doing right now.
No, like low key, that's what like our podcast or whatever like should be like. It should literally just be like us playing like a free roam like multiplayer game, just like talking about random shit.
Yeah, or like some easy going kind of.
Like, you know when you watch those videos on YouTube, like those like voiceover videos, and it's just like some video game getting played in the background while
yeah, that's what I was literally thinking of 30 seconds
like storytelling, dude. Like storytelling videos are fucking great.
Because it's almost like when I watch those videos, I'm like I can do multiple things. Like me, like when I do homework, I'm listening to a podcast at the same time. I'm doing homework. And at one point,
I have to watch or listen to something.
At one time I was doing my homework and I was doing 3 different things at once. I was listening to a podcast about like, I don't even fucking know what it was about. Like, literally anything, doesn't matter. I was doing my homework and I was listening to music at the same fucking time. And I did really good. But I don't know. I'm just a strange fucking person, I guess. I like listening to a bunch of different things at once, and I actually remember all of them. I feel like some people would be like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, I mean, like it
calms
just,
me down.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to be able to, like, go back and forth between different things.
Yeah, I feel like I'm a picky-ass motherfucker, so it's definitely for me. But also, in my head, I feel like I'm being like, well, I'm being triple productive because I'm listening to this, learning something, actually doing my fucking work because it gets me to do my work because I'm not really like stressed out about it. But then in my head, I'm like, now you're just being less efficient because now you're not focusing as strongly on one thing than the other. That's how I see it, but that's not. I'm not like hating or anything. No, I see that, but I feel like that's for you because when I do my work and I'm only doing like one thing, I get like.
But no, I get that sometimes though. Like sometimes like I can just like sit in the car and listen to music and just drive like a fucking god or like play like video games.
Yeah. You autopilot.
Yeah, no, that's what happens, you know. But that's more of like an unconscious state of mind. You know?
I feel like I perform higher when I am.
Yeah, no, you definitely. Anybody performs higher in their unconscious state of mind, and I think it's like when you have those like multiple, like not distractions, but when you have multiple things going on at once, you're just kind of like in this unconscious like state of mind, just doing everything, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
And like I can see like when I get into that state of mind, yeah, it's great.
That's like what I call flow. Like you just, at least for me, I don't know why, but that's just how it works. Give me this ammo, bitch.
Yeah, for me, I either like, sometimes, like, it's kind of like, it's different for me, like, every day. Like, some days I'll be like, a good example is when I'm driving. Like, some days I really want to be able to hear the car and, like, see what, like, feel what's going on more, and some days, like, I can literally just drive really good with loud music playing. You know?
I called a nuke, by the way.
You did?
Yeah! Told you, buddy. Oh. I haven't died once, I got 33 and 0.
Gotten dropped in this game in a while.
What'd you say?
I bet that's the first time this has gotten dropped in this game in a while.
Yeah, well, I told you, man. Oh, I finally died. That's such a shame.
But yeah, like, sometimes, like, the music's, like, even if it's at, like, normal volume, it's just, like, too overstimulating for me to be able to, like,
well, yeah,
drive.
I see what you're saying. I have days like that.
But then other days, it's like, oh, I can listen to music just fine, and, like... And it's even more so with, like, stick than automatic. Like, with automatic, it doesn't really make that big of a difference, but with, like, stick, like, I really, like to hear what the car's doing.
Mm-hmm.
So I know when to, like, change gears, and, like, I'm, like, driving if I'm, like, modulating the clutch smoothly and all that. But then sometimes, like, it's just, like, pure muscle memory, and I'm just, like, unconscious, like, listening to the music and focusing on the road and doing everything all at once. But yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Like, sometimes I just get too overstimulated by stuff like that, but then other times I'm, like... just, like... that's how I function. And, you know, that goes back to, like, the whole, like, when I was talking about SE and NI. You need SE to have NI. So when I'm in that unconscious state of mind, like my unconscious personality, because there's 4 sides of the mind, right? The ego, the subconscious, the unconscious, and the superego.
Mm-hmm.
And so think about your ego is going to be INFP, and I don't know what the rest of your 4 sides would be, but for me, my ego is going to be INTJ, and then my unconscious or subconscious is going to be ENTP, and then unconscious is going to be ESTP. So that's when I'm in that, like, just like observing everything, and like ESFPs are known for just like indulging in like the present moment.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like when I'm just like doing all these things, I'm in this like little mindset where like I'm like gathering the information for NI.
Yeah.
And then once I get back into my ego, like my like introverted state of mind, that's when like all of the things start to piece together. And like for you, like, because you're also introverted and intuitive, and you're TE inferior, so you'll be TE dominant, and you're unconscious. So that's when you're like looking outside. You're looking for outside thoughts and like information to gather insights.
I see.
You'd have to like look into like what your exact, you'd have to look up like INFP 4 sides of the mind, and then you'd be able to see each one of the 4 personality types.
Mm-hmm.
And then you kind of get to know those personality types better, and then you can see when you're in these different modes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, it started.
So it's like you can be like, oh, like I'm really like in my unconscious or my super ego or whatever right now, and you know, and then you get to understand how the brain works more, and it's pretty crazy. Like once like stuff like this, I wouldn't even be able to fathom like a year ago.
You think so?
I mean, like if I taught it to myself, I probably could, but like
hearing about it from someone else, you think?
Yeah, hearing about it from like, well, not even if I heard it from somebody else, I'd probably like grasp it, but I'd have to do more research on my own. But it's just like, it's so weird that like all of these things just weren't so apparent to me, that now that I have like, not necessarily labels for it, but I have some like tangible evidence that I can kind of like piece things together, and it's kind of like getting the process along. Like that's kind of another thing that introverted intuition does. It's like once I get these little pieces, like I just need enough pieces to fill the puzzle, you know what I mean? Like I don't need all the pieces, but I need like just enough, and then I can start making these conclusions and stuff. And like that's how I feel right now. Like, I'm like, you know, learning all this kind of stuff about how I work first, so that I can like kind of piece things together and like really understand myself before I start trying to like understand other people.
Yeah, that was a big part of what like changed my life, at least. Just fucking figuring out who the fuck you are, or at least better figuring out who you are. I mean, not having everything
like I
out,
obviously like I'm not like completely. I haven't completely
like,
figured
who am
myself
I?
out, but I'm definitely like on my way there.
Yeah. I still got a ways to go. But...
Yeah, me too. But like, I'm definitely a lot closer than I was in like a year ago, even.
Yeah, but when I look back 2-3 years ago, I'm like, holy shit.
And it's kind of weird because like I never really noticed how like quickly I learned things until like just like a year ago. Like I've learned so much in the last year that like I'm pretty sure like every year you're around, like you're just like wealth of knowledge, just it's like so exponentially growing. And like at least for us, I feel like it's gonna like we're gonna learn faster every year, but some people they just, you know, they learn the same. And I think that's more of like an IQ based thing.
I think so, because that's what it is, isn't it? Intelligence quotient. It's like also how much you are capable. It's how much storage you have, technically, in a way.
And it's not even storage, it's just how fast, like how like, you know, neuroplastic you are, you know.
It's a lot of shit. Yeah. Some people just fucking have a cap, and it's just like...
No, like, literally, like, some people, like, just, like, learn a lot of things, and then they just live their life, and they have, like, novel experiences every day that they can learn things from, but, like...
Yeah, that's, like, what we were talking about earlier, and I don't know why I just saw this, but, like, when we were talking about AJ or whatever, how he seemed pretty intelligent when we were in that grade. He was like, damn, this kid's pretty smart. I mean, he's a fucking ass, but he's smart.
It seemed like he just kind of, like...
plateaued.
Bottomed out, yeah, he like just kind of plateaued. He started like he still knew like a lot of stuff, and
like he's smart, but he's not.
He was talented at like, you know, a lot of things. You know, he was really good at soccer and, you know, like a whole bunch of other stuff, and you know, he had different kinds of intelligence because, you know, there's like I want to say like 16 different types of intelligence, like linguistic, you know, spatial, you know, emotional intelligence, musical intelligence, you know, body kinesthetic intelligence, like all this other like weird shit. And you know, you can be pretty well rounded in a lot of them, but like you can also be like pretty deficient in other parts.
Yeah.
But you know, I feel like we're more like we're like I'd say we're pretty well rounded in like most things. Like I'm not too like spatially like.
What is that in terms of, like, if you were giving me an example, like, what would that look like?
Spatially is more like when I'm in this, like, mode, even in my unconscious, when I'm, like, observing things, I'm, like, still kind of, like, just blankly, like, looking at everything, just kind of observing things without, like, really understanding that I'm observing them. So, like, sometimes, like, I'll literally just be, like, doing something, and then I'll, like, get up to go somewhere, and, like, I'll almost, like, walk into somebody just because I don't, like, really know what's going on around me. Like, I'm in this, like, autopilot mode all the time.
It's almost the autopilot thing again.
Yeah, and, you know, that's, like, spatial. And, like, I have to, like, purposefully, like, be in the present moment, you know what I mean?
So would that
like,
mean that you have a low or high? Low, right?
I mean, it would mean that, like... I don't even think, like, I don't think...
It's like a scale, and I don't see it like that.
Yeah, I don't see it like that either, because I think it's just, like... I have to, like, force myself to be there. Like, some people are just automatically in that kind of, like... Oh, like, I'm observing every little thing that's going on, and I'm, like, really conscious of it. Like, I can do that, but I have to force myself to be in that kind of mindset.
Yeah, I feel like that one's, like, different, though, because it's not exactly, like, a clear negative and a clear positive.
Yeah, it's not really, like, a clear negative or positive, because when I'm doing it, that doesn't mean that I'm going to be worse at doing it than you are. It just means that I have to, like, force myself to be in that mindset.
But at the end, I mean, results are results, and I feel like... I'm almost not like, why does it matter, but kind of why. I feel like there's not really a clear negative or positive. It's just kind of different.
You know what's kind of interesting that I was reading about the other day?
What's that?
How in like Marine Corps, like basic training, they like basically teach you how to become dumb on command, because you can't have like that level of introspection when you're like in a gunfight. You can't be like, oh well, this person before this person or anything like that. It's just like kill any enemy in sight, and you know, there's no time to make decisions. You just,
it's like instinct, it's muscle. Yeah. It's like muscle memory.
You have to, yeah, they tap more into the primitive part of the brain, the amygdala.
I mean, that's what it is. I mean, you're performing something that we performed like casually thousands and thousands of years ago. That's what we did. We killed.
And it's kind of funny. I was thinking about this the other night, that like, is killing really such a bad thing? Like obviously, like, I'm not like gonna go out and kill people, but like,
I think it's a part of us.
Yeah, it's a part of nature. Like, animals kill each other too, and it's like, before there was a label on it, I don't think anybody really thought anything of it. They were just like, oh, I better keep my mouth
Where's Frankie? Frankie's fucking dead.
Yeah, dude. And it was, you know, the way I see it is it was survival of the fittest. Whoever survived. And like, and then I started thinking, like, what about all these people that like literally just like, not necessarily don't deserve to be on the earth, but aren't, you know, the fittest. Like, they wouldn't have survived back in the day, and maybe our species would have evolved faster if we didn't have so many dumb people, and like people were like,
gene pool.
Yeah, not necessarily more similar, but the better genes would have spread quicker.
It sounds fucked up, and people
it does sound
get
fucked
mad
up,
at you and want to shoot
anybody,
you.
Like, people would be like, oh, but like, and I like, and this goes back to emotions, like people getting, you know, controlled by their emotions. Like,
I mean, that's probably because they're the people that you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
And subconsciously, they know it.
And it's like, but it's like the people who have like the, like the brain dead, like kids and stuff like that, and they're just like constantly like wheeling them around and stuff like that. Like, those people wouldn't have survived, and like, and even
no. They'd eat them or some shit. Like, people were fucked up.
Even just like people who were like less intelligent, they were just like, they would slip up somehow and like just die, and like,
yeah.
You know, the more intelligent people would get to reproduce.
I mean, if anybody's listening to us, I want to make it clear that like we're talking hypothetically and like just theory-wise. And
yeah, I'm not like crazy, but
yeah, no, I know what you're saying. Like, just strictly facts, not like if we're not talking emotions.
Everything was like strictly emotion.
Yeah.
Before we were like intelligent, but like now, you know, there's labels on everything, and like, I don't know.
I feel like
that's like that's the logical way I look at it, like survival of the fittest.
I mean, that's how it is. I mean, it's still how it is, but I think the more further, I mean, you can look at it. We used to be, well, obviously we weren't as intelligent, but there's things that say that we were stronger, we were faster,
ever since we were able to speak and write, we had the same level of intelligence. Like, the average level of intelligence was still like, if you were going to give them an IQ test, they would probably still have the same brain power as us. They just didn't have as much knowledge because, well, we have thousands of years of history that we can just learn by reading a book or something like that. But like them, like, they had like 10 years of history written, and like, I mean, they were probably a lot smarter than the person who was there 10 years before them.
Yeah.
So, but ever since we like learned how to write and like keep track of things, that's when like knowledge.
Yeah. The more technologically advanced we become, the less, almost, I mean, there's studies about this, the less intelligent we're going to need to be, because our brains won't need to be that way. We can have something that does it for us, like a calculator. Since calculators were invented, our scores have gone down.
Well, yeah, and then you think about it, like, look when you go to like a store or something and you're like checking something out, and the cashier like keeps looking up and down at the fucking screen to see what the change is, you know, like they don't have to figure out what that is.
Yeah, that's a fucking perfect example.
Yeah, it's a perfect example. Like, you know, we're just like so used to like having like computers or calculators do it for us.
Yeah, I saw this fucking joke. This dude was like, when I was 10 years old, I was perfect with the times tables. I could tell you everything in like 3 seconds, but now I'm fucking checking what's 2 + 2 in my calculator in my test in college. And it's like, dude, it's a fucking meme, but it's like true.
That is mad true, dude. When I was in frickin' like 3rd grade doing the times table, dude, I was the fastest one. I finished the little quizzes like at least a solid minute or two before anybody else would.
I remember in 5th
But
grade,
like,
too.
and like now, like, I mean, I still remember that stuff pretty clearly because, you know, of recall.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I'm pretty good at math, but, like, I hesitate more now, you know? Like, I'm like, oh, you know, like...
Yeah, that's true.
Sure? Like, and then I'm like, I want to check it just to make sure, like, blah, 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 this and that.
I feel like that's like, a lot of other factors, too, like anxiety and self-esteem and all that bullshit.
Yeah, stuff like that, yeah.
But at the same time, it's kind of just that, too. Like, there has to be a part of it that's just, like, I don't know.
Yeah, and then, I mean, there's certain things, like, when the numbers get too big, it's like, I'm just gonna put it in a calculator just because it's more efficient at this point.
Yeah, that's what we're doing now. We're advancing towards efficiency instead of just everything else. But also, what's the point? I mean, we don't need to necessarily be like that one.
Another theory that I have though about intelligence is like, I feel like we're gonna, like our memory is not limited, but I feel like we're gonna need to somehow have higher intelligence. And I think that's what we made computers and AI for, is to have something that's smarter than us, but like at the same time, like that's still kind of sketchy in my mind.
Oh yeah, I mean Elon Musk, what was his quote? Beware of AI gods or something like that. Like, they're going to outgrow us. They already, in terms of if we're talking raw data, intelligence, and that, they already have. But when they start being able to do things that we as humans are like, oh well, okay, they're smarter than us, they can pull things up faster than us. What about when they can start doing things like feel? What about when they can start thinking? Like when you mentioned earlier, you kind of think about human emotions. Even if they can mock human emotions, that's dangerous. Even if they can think about sad instead of actually feel it, what's the difference?
And that's literally, dude, I just got a triple kill, bro.
I saw that on the screen. It popped up.
And even if like bloodthirsty, baby, let's go. And even if like,
oh, I got fucked.
What were you saying?
What was that?
Like the AI, like the Elon Musk.
Oh, I was saying like, I said beware of AI gods because he said something like that in a quote, and I said that we right now are thinking like, okay, well these AI, okay, they're smarter than us, they have like data recall faster, they're like calculators, right? But they don't have something we do have, so that's our advantage. We, you know, emotional intelligence, feeling, gut. But then I'm saying, okay.
Yeah, but they're all self-learning, so eventually, like, at some point, they could probably comprehend it. And I was just about to say, like, I just remembered what I was going to say, and that's, like, literally how I work. Like, when I see people just, like, basing, like, everything off pure emotion, I can sit there and be like, oh, well, I can think of that, too, but I can also sit here and think of it logically and prove, like, everything against you wrong, and, like, it makes me better than that person in the moment, and that's exactly what a robot would be like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And what I was saying was earlier you mentioned something about how sometimes you, not that you lack empathy, like you don't have it, but maybe you do kind of lack it in a certain way, like if you were to measure you and someone else.
It's controllable is what I mean, like I can like...
Well, you know those people that, so there's a thing where when you're literally psychopathic, like you have no empathy, when you have no empathy at all, and you know have to go to the doctor, you know, you could like throw a fucking dog in a pool and kill it, and you wouldn't give a shit. Like I'm talking like that.
No, like I'm not like that.
No, I know, but like, my point is like, you know how there are people like that. AI in itself, and people are like, okay, AI, maybe it can never learn the feeling, but what you mentioned earlier was like sometimes you have to. Those crazy people, my point is, what doctors, when they go to the doctor, they don't ever learn to feel, but they learn to think about how they should feel. So that's how they stop themselves from doing. AI is going to be able to do that. It's going to think about what is sad, what does sad look like, shit like that.
Yeah, that's exactly like, I'm not like psychopathic, but like sometimes I have to think about how I should feel or how I should react in a certain social situation, because like I don't know, like I just don't have that like level of emotion to me sometimes. But it's not like, oh, if somebody dies, like I'm obviously gonna be fazed by that, or like I'm not gonna be able to like kill a dog or something. Like I can step on an ant or like a beetle or some shit.
Oh yeah, well those things are nasty anyway.
Yeah, and like it's like I'm not gonna get like super caught up if like a squirrel runs under my car or anything. But
the thing about me is I would. Nowadays, I don't know why, but like when I was way younger, I wouldn't give a fuck. I wasn't.
No, I mean like it's sad. Like I'm like, oh no, not the squirrel. But like what? Like once it gets to like a higher being like that, like I hate to say it in that way, like, but like once it gets to something that's more like has a longer lifespan than like a bug. You know, it's like, oh, you know, like it's kind of taking like a little bit of an emotional toll on me, but I'm still gonna be able to keep it on the inside. But whereas like somebody that I knew like really close, or like a family member, or like my dog, or like somebody like that died, like it would just be like, it would definitely like, it wouldn't necessarily be like, when I get like emotional, like if I'm like depressed or something, it's not like something that I feel. I'm just numb, and it's kind of in the background, and it's kind of controlling things in my life, but it's not necessarily like, I don't know, like it's more of a physical thing than a mental thing. Feelings for me.
In terms of like, what do you mean physical?
Like I know how I feel based off of how like I'm reacting to things.
Oh, okay. So you probably do, like, you know, have less empathy than average, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I would definitely say that as well.
Like me, I think I'm
a lot less sensitive than most people, and I'm a lot less like, and it's not even like a, it's not even like a bad thing. I think it's just part of me, like part of my personality, or you know, it could be even unrelated to the personality. It could have just been environmental factors. It could have been, you know, who knows.
It is a bunch of stuff, yeah. For everybody.
Yeah.
That's like the thing about psychology too, is it's so hard to diagnose people in it because it could be 10 different things. It could be 20 different things, and you gotta like
or a combination of everything.
Or even worse, it could be all at once.
Yeah.
And then there's that makes the diagnosis and like the treatment a lot fucking harder.
But I feel like I've learned to be unempathetic, you know? Like when I was a kid, like I was willing to be like, give my feelings away to anything, but like I realized that like sometimes like I was talking about earlier, like the whole intellect being a servant to your emotions is like, I learned that like the emotional response isn't always the best way to deal with things. And it's like, so I'll look at the logical reasoning behind the emotion, and as long as it's logical, I can justify it, but if it's not logical for me to feel like that, then I just have to kind of ignore it. Because the way the whole like, so you're INFP and I'm INTJ, so the way that works is I'm going to go to thinking before feeling, and you're going to go to feeling before thinking. So you're going to feel something and you're going to be like, oh, okay, and then you're going to think about it. And for me, it's like, I'm going to think something, and then I'm going to be like, well, you know, and in order to make it like sensitive, like not to like be like blunt, like I have to go into the feeling.
Yeah, it's like the opposite for us, but it's like similar, but just opposite. Not even bad or good, it's just how it is.
No. And you know, that's also why we get along so well, is because we have the opposite functions, you know, we can kind of tether back and forth.
Yeah, because like when I'm talking to you and we're talking about things that are, you know, deep, I guess it's the best word. Like you bring like a certain perspective on it that usually that'd be the second thing I would think of, or it wouldn't be the first thing I'd think of, or I just, you know, sometimes I just wouldn't think of it, and it's just the opposite of usually what I usually do, and I think that's how you learn, is you see and hear and study things that are not how you usually do it. That's literally what learning is.
That's exactly, and you know, like that's why like you don't really get along with people that are too similar to you, because like at that point, you know, like you're not stimulating me, I'm not stimulating you.
Yeah, the thing is, like sometimes when I give people advice, because it makes me wonder now, because I'm like thinking about like me, why I'm so fucking confusing, is because when I hear like, you know, things from other people, and they come to me for advice, I'm always like, for some reason, even though I am feeling first, I guess, always tell them something and it comes out cold. And they always, like, at first they get mad at me, like, if they don't know me too well. They're like, not mad, but they get like, maybe I shouldn't ask this dude anything, because they're telling me what I want to hear instead of what I want to fucking feel, you know? Like, or they're not telling me what I want to hear, they're telling me the truth.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's being blunt.
I feel like I am a very blunt person, even, but the thing is, I do it from a place of feeling, because I'm like, dude, you need to fucking hear this shit. Like, I know you don't want to, but I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Like, no, you smell.
I come to that same conclusion, just in a different way.
Yeah.
Like, I come to the blunt thing first, and then I go to the feeling, and I'm like, all right, well, I have to incorporate some things.
Yeah, you'd be like, and to add on to that, not so I don't sound like a dick. Yeah.
Like, and then, so you'll go to the feeling, you're going to be like, well, I feel like you need to do this, and then you have to go to the logical thing.
Okay,
like,
I see it now.
Logically, if you look at it, you know, this is why you need to look at it like this. But for me, it's like, you need to look at it like this, and, you know, you're going to be a lot better emotionally.
Yeah, my strong emotions, if it's someone I care about, like, obviously if it's my girlfriend, if it's my family, it's fucking, if Ranger could talk. But I'm saying, I'm saying, like, that's just how it works. I feel like my strong feelings, I feel like I have a duty to be blunt. And you are kind of like the opposite, but what's really the big deal if we're both doing that, you know? It's just the same, I mean, like, it's different roads going to the same destination.
Like, everything doesn't need to be harmonious for me. Like, I can make some enemies, and, like, I'm not going to be too fazed by it. But as long as those enemies have learned something, and, like, you know, that's all that matters to me.
Learn something as in, like, why not to do what they did or something?
Why not to do what they did, or maybe, like, they looked at me as an enemy, or maybe they realized that I was right, and that, you know, they changed for the better. And, you know, that sounds narcissistic, but at the same time, I'm like, you know what I mean, though.
But, I mean, generally, you do have to go with people that are higher IQ, because the lower IQ probably did do something wrong. I mean, it sounds fucked up if you say that to people. They're like, well, you're just a narcissist. You're like, well, maybe I'm just right, because sometimes there is right and wrong. Even though usually it's gray, there are a lot of times where, well, you're just wrong. Facts don't give a shit about your feelings.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, like, I have a tendency to be way too blunt. I come across as, like, sarcastic, like, sadistic almost. Like, it's like... And, you know, that's how I've, like, pushed a lot of people out of my life. But at the same time, like, it was necessary. And, I mean, as you know, some people just can't face it. They're too sensitive to face it. But... I don't know, like, at the end of the day, like, I mean, like, I'm not gonna force anybody to, like, have my views or my subjective opinions or anything like that, but that's never what I was trying to do in the first place. I'm just trying to make things better.
Yeah, there's no point in acting with someone you're not. At one point, I feel like those people would have got pushed out anyway.
And, you know, it's not like... I don't know. And anybody who, like... And it's like... Even if I don't like a piece of advice that I get, I always kind of take it into account, you know? I'm not going to just, like, completely blow off something someone says to me, but, like, when people do that, when, like, they ask me for help and then I tell them and then they just completely blow it off, like, I just kind of, like, never talk to those people
100%.
You know, they're
Do you do it from, like, a, this is a waste of my time, it's not efficient kind of standpoint? Like, why would I waste my time doing that? Or do you do it from, like, I'm offended?
No, I do it from, like, you know, like, if you're not going to listen to me, like, I'm not even going to bother helping you because you're just not going to listen, and, you know, it is a waste of time, it is a waste of my time. I can help other people, and, you know, if you don't want to, you know, find solutions to your problem, don't ask. You know? And it's like... And, you know, and, like, even the other side of that, like, the people who don't ask questions, man, like, those people really get on my nerves, dude. I hate people who just, like, try to make the decision, like at work, dude, like, this one kid will just, like, not ask where anything goes. He won't look at the UPCs, and he'll just put it where he thinks it goes, and then it just fucks everything up. And then, like, you'll tell him to do something, and he'll be like, oh, okay, and then, like, the next day he'll make the same mistake, and it's like, at that point I just, like, realize that you're incompetent. And, like,
yeah.
I don't know. It's just that kind of stuff. Like,
for me, it's almost, it's weird that I'm generally, like, feeling first, but there are a lot of things that, you know, I don't know if my feelings don't come first, or maybe it's just, like I said before, two different roads going to the same path. But like, when I give someone a piece of advice and they're like asking for it, I'm like, okay, fine, I'll give you some advice, and then they just completely shit on it or don't listen to it at all, and I'm like,
yeah,
don't. And then they a lot of times they try and come back, and they're like, oh, this happened. I'm like, dude, are you fucking serious, or is this a joke? Are you actually that ignorant? Like, I told you, you didn't listen. You did what you usually do, and the same thing happened. That's the definition of insanity. And I get, like, offended sometimes, but then my offended goes into, like, this is not efficient. This is a waste of my time. So, like, I arrive at the same path, but I just get there a different way, I guess. But sometimes I am just like, okay, like, if I don't give a shit about the person, I'm just, like, giving them advice because they just asked randomly, then I don't really get offended. I'm just like, okay, you're a waste of my time. No feelings, just why would I waste my time? I can give advice to people that are gonna listen.
Yeah, I mean, it's
just depends, I guess.
I don't like dealing with arrogance.
Yeah,
ignorance I can stand because, you know, maybe I can teach you something, but arrogance
is you think you're right no matter what. A lot of low IQ people are arrogant.
Yeah, no, that's the Dunning-Kruger effect in it.
Do you think, because I know this is true, like, there are very intelligent people that are arrogant too, but I think they're intelligent because they know they know. But I think it's more often than not, well, even if it sounds bad, it's fucking retards that are arrogant rather than intelligent people that are arrogant. I think that's more confident that gets confused with arrogance.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, like, I come off as, like, aloof or arrogant sometimes, but most of the time I'm right.
Yeah. And people hate that, too. When they say you're this and they say you're that, and then a day later, a week later, you turn out to be right. I'll never hear them say it again.
Yeah. That's the common experience.
Yeah, tell me about it. I just think it's so weird how we're like, I'll say something and you're like, oh, it happens to me too, and I'm like, it happens to me, it's just like different. Like, I arrive there differently. But I still arrive there, you know?
Yeah.
It's weird. Where are these bitches? Do you have to get off soon?
Yeah, I'll probably get off after this match. I gotta take a heaving leak.
I already pissed twice. Like in the past 2 hours.
Yeah, I've just been holding my fucking piss in, bro.
I don't even know what I'm gonna title this video. I was gonna call it like Advanced Warfare or some shit. No, I'm just gonna podcast #1. How about that? Jesus fucking Christ.
Is it? Because it's gonna upload, right? After.
It's that's the good thing about the live stream. It's just gonna go, bro.
It literally uploads like right after you.
That's
like.
That's why I love it, bro.
Too.
It's just
it's because it's
uploading
like
as it's
and uploading. Yeah, it's uploading as it's live. Yeah.
God damn, bro. Why are you saying the same shit as me?
I don't know. That's always happened to us though. Like, ever since we started talking, and it's because, like you said, we come to the same conclusions just in different ways, and sometimes one way's faster than the other, or sometimes it literally just happens simultaneously.
Yeah.
You know? It's
like the same speed, but just different fucking roads, bro.
Yeah.
It's when you go on Google Maps and you got 2 ways, same time.
Like, just change it up this day.
Yeah, but the thing about that is that's a good analogy. I just realized, not to fucking suck my own cock, but like sometimes when you go on Google Maps and you got 2 ways and one of them has a traffic block, one of those ways could be feeling, and the other way that doesn't have a traffic block could be like thinking, and then sometimes it could be opposite. So it's
sometimes when I look at feeling though, like, I hate people like, you're not bad about it, But some people literally just throw logic out of the window.
I've always been a person that tries to do balance.
Yeah, you try to keep a good balance. You know, there's only been certain times where you like just completely throw logic out the window, and I call you out for it. But
when?
I don't know.
No, don't say it if it's too personal, but just text me about it later.
There's definitely been times, but...
Fifth grade, FF?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's been plenty of times where I probably called you out for doing some stupid shit, and there's probably times you called me out for doing stupid shit too. But
there's been plenty.
In the end, we both learn, so that's all that matters.
Yeah. But you're probably right. I feel like feeling does have more roadblocks usually.
And it's
just how it is.
Yeah, it's just how it is, because it's, you know, we became, you know, intellectual for a reason. We started relying more on, you know, pure intelligence for a reason, just to, you know, to become better, you know, to become, you know, there's nothing wrong with feeling. Feeling is what, you know, keeps us like social viewing and social beings and whatever, and, you know, yeah, it makes us human. But you know, there's certain times where like you need to be logical about things. Like there's certain, you know, decisions that need to be like rational, you know. Because, you know, the worst is when, like, you, like, something's obviously better than the other thing, but you feel like you want to do this, so you just do this anyway, and then you just end up in, like, a fucking...
gutter.
Yeah.
And you ask yourself, why am I here?
Yeah.
It's because you did what you shouldn't have done, Holmes.
It's because you were acting on impulse, not, you know, whatever.
Right. Well, I'm going to leave this lobby so it doesn't join. Oh, you already did? Are you fucking kidding me?
What?
Oh, man. Did you quit that, or did I?
Yeah, I quit it.
Fucking quit it right when I said that. Yeah. It's weird. Damn. Yeah. Honestly, though, like, what the fuck should I title this?
I don't know. Did you end it already?
No, I haven't ended it. Should I?
Yeah, end it before you just turn off the PS4.
Alright. Yeah, they're pretty loud. I can hear them through the thing.